Hey everybody, I'm starting Spyro 2 today. Hope your Thanksgiving was good. Mine was... There's some interesting stuff that happened. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, so I finished Spyro 1, and I'm moving on. But right now I'm making sure everything's working. Because the audio likes to really fuck up sometimes with this. But that's it. Christmas lights right after Thanksgiving? No, they've been here for like a few days. So that's even worse. They've been up here since before Thanksgiving. But my counter-argument is that they're not Christmas lights. They're Weezer lights. From the El Scorcho video. Nothing to do with Christmas. That means I can put them up whenever I want to. I need a full version of The Good Life. It's coming. It's the actual thing is more or less done. I'm just finishing up some other stuff to release it with. But yeah, I know.
Dragon Shores, yeah. I haven't been there since we kicked Nasty Nork's butt.
Never played any of the original Spyro games, by the way, so this is gonna be blind run. I will in a second, barcode. After Spyro quits being Spyro.
Is it working, Professor?
Almost. Just a few more adjustments to these orbs and...
Maybe this isn't such a good idea.
You want to wake up when September ends? Well, I mean, we're past that point, so yeah. Not wrong.
They have claws like this and teeth like this.
So here's the thing. I know some of these characters, but only from, like, the second trilogy. So vaguely I know them.
That's exactly the point.
And I know that they change their voices weirdly. Some for the better.
It's working! I've got a dragon! Whoa! Rough landing. Hi, which way's the beach? Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before?
You're a dragon?
You gotta...
In what universe are talking animals normal, but dragons aren't? Seems like you got one piece of folklore, but not the other.
Someone forgot to invite me to the party. Were you trying to keep something from me? A dragon.
This is 1980. Can't you afford a fucking haircut?
I hate dragons.
Yeah, I'll talk about the Weezer song in a minute. I'm just letting one full cutscene play through
Crush, kill it,
before I start talking over the entire game. Also, because it's just distracting to try and talk over it.
Imbecile, you ate my scepter.
I'm ignoring all comments about furryism and scalyism this entire stream. I feel like I've been feeding an environment of that a little too much, and we're straying a little past the point of irony, and I'm not too comfortable with it. So I'm just gonna ignore all comments referring to those subjects for today.
It'll help you begin to understand our worlds. Right now, I have to follow Reupload and see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest, okay?
Hey, wait a minute!
I feel like God, She's So Hot is just vague enough that it doesn't completely ride that line, but you're pushing the limit. Like, being vague doesn't get around it.
Hi, Spyro! Welcome to Glimmer!
Alright.
Unfortunately for us, a mob of lizards...
Well, I can handle that.
This is
Yeah, so
1980.
apparently the
Can't
VOD
you
was
afford a
muted
fucking haircut?
the other day when the
Hey,
Weezer
Dad,
song came
it's
out.
me, your son
What's
again.
this?
When
Hold
will
on.
you come home? Ma is starting to get curious about your whereabouts, and I think she knows I know your location. Although, with your new haircut she might not recognize you.
I feel like every time someone resubs and asks about when will I be home, like there's a lot of broken houses out there. More than I thought about. Okay, so what I was saying, also thank you, Kvacko. It's just... It's nothing. That's all I can describe the new Weezer song. If you haven't heard it, it's... I listened to it, the one time I listened to it was when I listened to it on stream. I haven't even gone back and bothered to listen to it again. And, you know, of all people, I'm the kind of person that would give the song multiple chances, because I know the band well enough to try it, but it just doesn't perform anything. I can't get anywhere else, and that's the easiest way I could put it.
Been a while since I've been able
The song
to watch
is...
streams. How you doing, friend?
I don't even know, like,
pal?
what category of music or genre it would fall into, but it's something of like a lo-fi, poppy 2000s song, but nothing... nothing to take home to mom, you know what I mean? Remember 404? The person? I know who you're referring to. Been a while since I've been able to watch streams. How you doing, buddy old pal? I'm good. Playing Spyro mostly.
Hi, Spyro.
Thanksgiving actually went well for me. I would have expected some, like, political talk, but everyone was pretty, like, down to earth about it. So I was talking to my grandfather, and for some reason he started bringing up how he hates tattoos. He's like, boy, you ever plan on getting a tattoo? You better not. They're trashy, I hate them. And I just for fun, I started poking at him, like, there must be some way, like, you would get a tattoo. There must be some scenario. And he's like, nope, I hate them. I think they're disgusting, and, you know, you get old and then they look terrible. So then I tell him, Papa, what you need to do is get a giant Christmas tree on your back with ornaments of all your grandchildren's names on it. That can be your Christmas gift. You don't have to buy us anything. I said it as a joke. He stands up, starts walking around Thanksgiving, our house. Justin just gave me the best idea. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get a tattoo on my back with all of my grandkids on it. And I thought he was like fucking with me. But my mom comes up to me and goes, you know he's the kind of person that would do crazy stuff like that. And I went up to him, I'm like, Papa, you know I was joking, right? And he's like, I love the idea. I think it's awesome. But here's the best part. He goes, I got a buddy who's a tattoo artist. He owes me a favor. And I'm like, that's like weirdly specific circumstances. And I said, the fact that you're best friends with a tattoo artist, when 10 minutes ago you were telling me about how you hate tattoos. He's like, yeah, but he's a good guy though. He owes me a favor. I don't know. He's like helping him move one year. So apparently my grandpa, come Christmas time, is gonna get a giant tattoo on his back with all of his grandkids' names on it. I'm not gonna hold it to him, but if he does it, I'll report back to you.
Thank you, Mr.
That was my Thanksgiving. I had a couple of nice conversations with my papa, which, by the way, I say papa, it's my grandfather. We habitually call him papa. I don't know why, it's just how it is. So I was talking to papa, and I don't know how the conversation went to this, but he started talking about manscaping, and he said he doesn't understand why people do it these days. I'm like, Papa, you know, like, manscaping, it's, like, healthy for you? Like, do you just have a rainforest? And he's like, I don't understand it. I do not believe in it. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Grow your forest, Papa. By all means. And the thing is, like, all of my cousins are old enough now that they understand conversations like that, but they're still too awkward to stand around for it. But I'm old enough, I don't give a fuck. I'll just push them for, like, details. So I have all of these, like, 13 to 15-year-old cousins. I guess, like, 13 to 17 now. Standing around us, and as the manscaping conversation goes on, 90% of them leave the back deck by the end of the conversation. The only one left is just, like, that one weird kid that wants to hear all of it. It was a good Thanksgiving.
Get a good look around.
I will. I'll get a good look around. So I mean, technically I was there. Which, by the way, my younger cousin, some of them might be watching right now. If so, Jackson, I know. But some of my younger cousins came up to me during Thanksgiving and prodded me for not having uploaded in 2 months. Like, I walked into my own parents' house because I wasn't the first one there. And one of my cousins just goes like, why haven't you uploaded, man? And I'm like, to one fucking place I can avoid this. My family members are giving me shit for it now. I had to like explain to him like, well, animating takes a long time and I'm kind of working on streaming, and he's like, you haven't uploaded in 2 months, Justin. Come on, man. I felt ashamed. I did. Have you considered not being a YouTuber? Occasionally. Just upload, idiot. Yeah. See, here's the thing, like, growing up, my family got familiar with my channel in, like, 2016, right? When I was doing, like, videos with my friends in TF2. And I don't really do that now, but that's kind of everyone's interpretation of my channel. So when they see I haven't uploaded, they're just like, why is it so fucking hard? Just hit record and upload. Like, it doesn't really work like that, but alright. Yeah. My bad.
Oh, hello.
Gotta bring my family the fresh, hip live commentaries.
Hi, I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Did you meet the gem?
I feel like I need to hide the screen for this.
They gave me a souvenir, too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What?
Just outsource the animation to the groupies you have. I like doing stuff on my
There
own.
are 14
That's
talismans
why
in Avalar, and
it's
they are all
mine.
magical. If you can collect
If I
enough,
outsourced Funk TV animation, you'd say, what the fuck? This is actually well animated. Funk didn't make this. That lazy piece of shit. I'm unsubscribing. You see my problem,
Spyro's
right?
gonna help us collect the talismans.
I am? He is.
Spyro, look. There's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto
Yeah,
wants
who cares
Monsters
about the
to
story?
take over the castle here in the Summer Forest. You're going to have to go to Avalar's worlds and convince the inhabitants to give you their talismans.
This is like a stark contrast from Spyro 1,
I could do that.
where it's just like,
The dragon just
let the dragon statues out.
Hunter, you can't
Immediately
just
dropped
check
into
your
some
phone.
heavy lore here.
How can we trust you with 14 talismans? If you come across any orbs, they're important too.
High quality animation, lazy piece of shit. Yeah, but I'm not the one animating it, so then I'm the lazy piece of shit. The animator isn't.
Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
Now this might be subtle, but I'm actually cosplaying a character right now in real life. Can anybody guess what character I'm cosplaying? Time's up. I don't know why I had that photo on hand, but it's an easy joke, so figure we'll get it out of the way. Didn't even give us a chance. You had 5-second delay. Everyone was wrong anyways. John Lennon. Like, close?
Spyro,
I don't have
this is the homeworld
circular
of the Summer
glasses.
Forest. There are portals to many of the Avalar worlds.
Okay. Also, you call me weeb, but I haven't even watched anime in like 6 days. And I watched Goblin Slayer too, which that's like entry level weeaboo, where it's like you're a weeaboo, but you're not like completely in there. Yeah, 6 days. I've been controlling myself. You reminded me of the new JoJo OP. Good. Coda's boss. I was sad when they stopped using Coda for OPs, but I'm glad they're back. My headphone popped out of my fucking ear. They're trying to escape my head. A fellow Goblin Slayer viewer. It's good. Not for the light stomach, though. Not for people can't take some grotesque stuff. Who made your emotes? I mean, anything that looks remotely good was made by Fall the Air. The rest are pretty much me. Although I think the Funk Chan one is just like a recoloring of that anime meme. But like mostly me and Fall the Air on the art. Wow. I had an open slot. Had nothing else to put there. I wonder development-wise how quickly they started on this remake. Or if they were kind of planning on doing all three from the beginning. I know they originally announced that they wouldn't ship together, but... I mean, they ended up doing it anyway, so... They must have been at least close. I say that just because I don't really see a discrepancy so far in quality between the first and the second remake. Not like a big jump or drop. Nope.
Sorry.
Learning to swim underwater costs 500. That's capitalism in progress, boys. I'm gonna have to move down to 160 to watch the stream on my mountain internet, and it still fucking buffers every 5 seconds when I'm the only one using it. That sounds like your internet's just been Comcasted, that's all. Have you studied for your college exams? No, I'm a girl streaming on Twitch. Do I strike you as someone that would study? I mean, in reality, this is probably what I would be doing when I should be studying for, like, an exam. Luckily, I don't need to. Opinion on the new Weezer album? That's a good question, Cobalt. I'm not excited, but I am interested. I'm curious. I've got my eyes wide. You know what I mean. Alright, I think I've done enough exploring.
Hi, Spyro. You look like you're pretty agile. Let's try putting it to a test.
Yeah, let's.
Okay, not bad. Now to...
This is 1980. Can't you afford a fucking haircut?
Nice.
This is good
job.
information. I need to memorize this. Thanks, Pink.
Very good.
I haven't heard the new song yet. Save yourself the trouble. There's not much.
Wow, you're a
If you want to listen to some new music, listen to, like, Still Woozy or something. Weezer ain't got it for you. Nice. I definitely can't get 500 gems out here. But I might be able to make it there. Play it on stream so everyone can hear it. I mean, I can, but it's just gonna get VOD muted again. And I don't really want to listen to it a second time, so... You can, pull that open on a second tab if you feel so obligated. I heard Twitch updated their thing for copyrighted songs, and everyone uses the strike system. And basically, that was a, apparent... I assume you got that from, like, Vinny's Twitter, because I saw him talking about it and I was a little worried, but apparently Twitch has always been like that, and that's just them, like, there's a misconception. Like, that's like a worst case scenario, you'll get struck for it, but the rules have been like that for the last few years. Nothing really changes, at least as far as I'm aware. You can still play, like, DMCA'd music, but it'll be VOD muted. And in the rare scenario, I guess, like, a musician really wants to go hard, they can hit you, but generally that doesn't happen. Certainly not with, like, Weezer or any of the bands I'd be playing. Is new Weezer bad music or bad Weezer music? I mean, everything's opinionated. Everything's subjective. I'm not gonna say new Weezer is not music, but I don't think it constitutes good Weezer music, and I don't think it constitutes popular music in any way. I don't think there's an audience for what they're making. I think, like, there was, maybe, but what they're making right now, it's sort of like an LCD situation. They're making music for the lowest common denominator. Really stripped down lyrics with no meaning at all. Really basic chord progressions with no, like, impressive variation in it. There's just not, like... There's not a grip to their recent songs. There's no selling point, if that makes sense. It's music, and it's catchy at times, but... You know, It's like saying the Looney Tunes soundtrack is music. Doesn't mean I'm gonna, like, pull it up in my free time. And I know that's a bad example. Like, I would happily open up, like, Looney Tunes music. But I just mean, you know, who's, like, the demographic for this? So it's boring, in a way. Hit the vase. I know that, but I might have missed the vase. Yep. Hit the vase sounds like a drug term.
This is 1980. Can't you afford a fucking haircut?
5 months,
But
baby.
yeah, New Weezer's
Hope you've
just
had a good
weird.
Thanksgiving, and I hope
Weird's
you
all I
have a
can
good
say.
day.
Defeat an enemy, it will release a spirit particle. The spirit particles will activate the power-up.
Okay. Monsieur Funk, what are your thoughts on the new Weezer? I literally just fucking explained that. It's gonna be the whole stream. I'm gonna finish explaining my opinion, and then someone's gonna ask me my opinion. It's happened, like, for the last 2 streams. Back to back. I'm just gonna get, like, a soundbite to play. Just like, I don't care. I don't care. And I can just hit it with a button at any time. New Weezer magneted me into more popular stuff, so I'd say it has a niche audience. Really, I'd say it's the opposite for me. I'd say, like, I listened to a ton of Weezer when I was younger, and now I really don't listen to them that much at all, other than new stuff. However,
Great. Thank
they
you.
made me start chasing
Thanks
their
so much.
older sound, so I found a lot of small, little, obscure indie bands that sort of simulated that. I think every time I get asked, it's gonna go from I don't care to I really don't care to I hate it to it's a travesty. It's just gonna get worse. Ozma's from my home city. Are they from Ohio? I don't know why I picked Ohio, but I want to say Ohio. Right there. Pasadena? That makes so much sense. They had a fucking album named it. Well, that's cool. Dude, I hope Ozma does some more stuff one day. I want to become, like, a big film director when I'm older, literally just so that I can hire Ozma to do the soundtrack. Even if, like, they're not fitting for the soundtrack, I just want an excuse to make them make another album. I will do my part, but it'll take some time. But, I mean, there's tons of smaller bands like Ozma that I got into because Weezer kind of left me hanging.
Remember Hunter's advice.
You. Yeah, exactly like California snow. There's a bad flop there. I need to get back up. I have a vlog signed by Dane. Now, can you sign one? Presumptuous. I don't really sign stuff these days. I don't really like doing that. But I mean, you have one signed by Dane, so it's not like you need a second one, right? It's all you need. Cheating? I don't know if I'd call it cheating. Funk doesn't know his fucking indie rock geography. I've literally made, like, a family tree of indie bands that I like. It's a big tree, too. I could go on all day about that, but very few people would know what I'm talking about.
I think you should torch that Yeti. He's pretty tough, though. In fact,
You want me to drive-by shoot the Yeti? I can do that for you. Can you sign my blank check? Why would I be signing your check?
I thought the Yeti was tougher than that.
Shouldn't I be signing my check that you stole from me?
Ruff, ruff. Anyway, I was just guarding our sacred talisman to make sure
Right.
the Yeti...
Great. Thank you.
He's dead.
Thanks so much.
Can we get the Sammy Tomba 2?
Tumba 2? Tumba? This is the first I've ever heard that word. In any context. Maybe. Yes, nicely. Alright. I don't have any of, like, the green bulbs, which I assume I need. Although I definitely need to collect gems. It's like a whole different area I've never been to, and now I'm just completely turned around. Goomba is a cursed game. I don't know if I want to play it then.
You scared that evil spirit away, but now it will hide in the statues. If you were to flame all 10 statues, I'm sure you would.
Wait, is that Tom Kenny? Tom Kenny also does the voice of Spyro, right? So Spyro's talking to himself? That's weird. That's trippy. Got a recognizable enough voice. You can kind of tell. I don't know about Toomba. I am planning on starting the Minecraft server tomorrow for the new season of Hardcore. Really, I just wanted to do more interactive stuff, since I feel like I had like a big break when I was doing viewer games. So, I'm gonna do like tabletop or some shit within the week, or rather next week, given it's the end of it. Statue. Yeah, I'm looking for them, and oh, I guess it's those ones. Yeah, I walked right past it, didn't I? Oh no. Well, there's some back here anyway, so. I'd end up over here regardless. Sub Sunday coming back never? Never? I mean, I feel like if anything it'd be better than Sub Sunday if I'm doing viewer games multiple days of the week, as opposed to just Sunday. It's actually better that way. My main problem with Sub Sunday is just like there'd be some days I wanted to play something else, or some Sundays, but it's like, but I gotta do the viewer thing. But doing it other days is just as good. Darksiders out in 4 days, SMH. Yeah, I saw people were playing it on Twitch. And I was like, damn. How do I get in that boat?
Thank you.
Maybe if I had actually
Thanks so much.
fully streamed Darksiders, I would have gotten that early access copy. What a shame. Your pronunciation of Toomba is really off. Well, it looks like Tomb Raider. Tomba. Not really a thesaurus on hand for Twitch chat, you know? Fuck you, penguin. Penguin looking ass. Candice DeBebe's incredibly trick lifestyle. Yeah, I feel that. I'm glad you felt the need to share that. Appreciate it. Hey, Truck's Raid. How do you feel about the new Weezer single? I'd like to hear your opinions. The game brainwashed my viewers. They're Twitch viewers. They're prone to brainwashing pretty easily. They'll be over it. They'll be brainwashed by something else next week. We'll be fine. I'm missing like... Is there 1 or 2 more statues I still gotta find? What's that supposed to mean? Exactly what I said. What do you think of the new Weezer single? It's a pretty cut and dry question. I'll have to give it a peep. Don't, Truck. Don't. This is my warning. Do not peep it. I mean, you can peep it if you want. I don't care. But it's not for me. I feel like it's up there. If only I had wings and I was capable of flight. They sure did responded. Yeah. See, that's how you unbrainwash them. You get them brainwashed on something else, even if it's mediocre music released in 2018. This is where I gotta be. I see that little red dugong in the distance. It's not called the dugong, but I don't remember what they're called, so... You get my point. His wings can't support his flight. Yeah, well, your hands can't support my ego, because it's so huge. But I appreciate you trying. Oh. You do a connected jump. That makes a lot more sense. Funk's hair is growing at an alarming rate. Is my hair growing faster than bees are dying because bees are dying at an alarming rate. I think I'm having an aneurysm. Great Jerma green screen. Thank you. I'm pretty proud of that. It took all day to make that. Way too much work was put in, but I think it paid off. Is there like a... I think there's like a spinny platform that actually takes me up here. I didn't need to jump that. Oh well. Bees are not real. Then why do I own a suitcase full of bees? Where did I get them? How do you explain that? You're lucky because others have hair shortening at an alarming rate. I think that's just called losing your hair. Which, by the way, did you know that if your hair turns gray while you're younger, you're more likely to keep your hair for a longer amount of time? And if it takes longer to go gray, then it's more likely to fall out earlier. It's a fun hair fact that I've never shared on stream before. Just for you. Thanks, me. I'm gonna go get the other one. What's hair? This was sponsored by Bald Game. So I understand how the gameplay differs from the original Spyro, but it's still a lot to get used to. Because in the original Spyro, I could pretty mindlessly walk around and get everything done, but now I gotta pay attention. It's like this whole different dynamic I'm not ready for. What's your opinion on Bruh sound effect number 2? I haven't heard that they made a sequel to Bruh? Dude, that's wicked. I thought they're giving meme sequels now. That's awesome. The new generation knows how to meme it up much more than mine ever did. In my day, there was just one meme and that was it. We need a tooth analysis of this game. Let's get a good look. It's hard. Doesn't really keep his teeth open for it, but I can make a breakdown of their teeth later on. I need to find I think there's a fly or some girl that everyone was trying to oogle at. She has a medal for me or whatever. Thank you for the T-pose emote in chat 3. I can always count on you to contribute. Do you like Crab Rave? I'm gonna assume that's the name of a band, but I've not heard of them. It makes me think of Caro Caro Benito's Flamingo, but no, I've not. Listen, I'm on the road to knowing every single band that's ever existed ever. That way I can be the #1 streamer that can just talk about your favorite bands. But I gotta do some homework. All Monster Cat songs become memes. Yeah, but those are paid memes. You're not allowed to use those unless you pay money. And I'm not looking for that kind of life. KKB is so good. For real, man. When Flamingo first came out and I would do song requests, it kept getting flooded with that. So I'm like, meme band, no good. No listen to meme band. But eventually I just caved and listened to a Caro Caro album. And I actually really like them. Their last album was wicked good. I'd recommend that one. Alright, I believe this is the room she's in. What would you do if I said the Weezer single is great? I'd say that you can go freely share your opinion online because that's what your American right is. And it's okay that if you like a song that I'm not that interested in. Plenty of people in the world have wrong opinions and they still live long, healthy lives. You passed a red gem. Sorry, I'm colorblind, but only for the color red. I'm not, but it kind of makes me feel better about having missed it. I'm gonna assume that you mean in this direction. Oh. Oh, it was on the step. Clever gameplay placement. When would I ever look back there? So this is what's confusing me now. I need to go get 2 more of the green balls. And the icon's telling me this dude has more, I guess?
I'm glad that evil spirit.
Nope, that ain't it. Then where am I going? Actually, I have enough gems. I could just leave the level for now. Imagine having American rights. Bro, imagine breathing. Alright. Do you think their eyebrows start growing in individually and then they merge into one mega eyebrow, or do they come in from the beginning as a singular eyebrow? Do you think they have like a magnet in the top of their head that like allows it to levitate like that? Or is it like microscopic nerves? But I'm just trying to make sense of it. Go to the cave, the ice cave one of the statues was in. Come on, man, you should have told me 13 seconds earlier. Come on. 555. Man, 666 is like the unluckiest number, right? And then 777 is the luckiest. But I feel like 555 kind of gets left out in the dust. Can't that be like the neutralist number? Where not like it's the most likely for nothing good or bad to happen? Or am I speaking out of my ass here? Yeah, let's do Idle Springs. It's not even hair, it's just crowns they wear. Alright, take it easy, Dr. Seuss. Jesus Christ.
Great.
Rap God
Thank
in
you.
the chat tonight.
Thanks so much.
Just come back from anime night. What's happening? Story-wise too.
What's happening story? Do you mean in this or in your anime? Because I can't speak on behalf of your anime nightclub. I can tell you what's going on in Goblin Slayer, but I think I'd get banned on Twitch if I told you what was going on that. In this game, I'm not gonna lie, I don't fucking know. Spyro jumped through a portal and got sent into like a different dimension where dragons don't exist, and he's helping out a bunch of like, I'm not gonna say furries, but like furry type, like cast of characters. Which, I mean, it makes sense. Him being a scaly. I said I wouldn't talk about this today. Damn it. Why would you hang out with weebs? Because who else would hang out with weebs? Duh. The weebs have to care for the weebs. Or who else will? It's good to see they still haven't implemented a turn off motion blur option after like 2 weeks of this being out. Maybe a week. Anyone else see that meme on Twitter where it's like, bruh, November's flying by at 500 when October went by so slow? And then everyone in like the replies were just like, dude, same. And it was just weird how many people equally agreed November flew by faster than October. I think it's just one of those situations where there's so much stuff in the news, like every day. Plus with like holidays marking the end of every month. You can really notice the progression of time when it's slower. But when it's fast, you can't keep up. No Nut November really do that to you. Yeah. Sponsored by 14-year-old gang, right? Can't burn trees. Well, no. Why would you want to? That's bad for the environment. The trees have to stay. Spyro is a globalist. Alright?
Those metal shields are making enemies invulnerable to your flame attack. If you press and hold the charge button, you can defeat them with your charge attack.
Wow, thanks. 4th fucking level. Really hammering the news home. California lost a whole town to fire. Yeah, that was Spyro. Spyro accidentally, like, sneezed while he was flying over Santa Ana. Where was hit hardest? Los Angeles. That's why he doesn't burn trees anymore. That's canon, by the way. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot the new JoJo episode. I always forget, but that's kind of a good thing. You know, like, I have this experience where, like, I learn about all of my favorite shows after they've been out for a while. So, it's rare for me to, like, have to sit down week by week to see my shows, right? When I watch Avatar, I just binge the whole thing. But now that I've caught up with JoJo, I have to, like, actually wait week by week for it. So I just forget about JoJo Fridays. Because I got into it after, like, the last season, if you will, concluded. So this is my first time actually having to wait. The episode was good. Well, then I got something fun to do when I go to bed tonight. And after I do that fun thing, I'm gonna watch JoJo.
To aim the camera left or right, use the right stick.
Thanks. Trying this new thing where I drink water more often. Working out so far. Mostly hydrated. Fun thing like brushing your teeth. Brushing your teeth can be fun. Well, it can't, but you can convince yourself it is so you feel less pain. How are the dragons so far? All one of them's great. Run into one dragon and he's running wild. Fun.
Spyro, you're pretty tough. If you ever want a permanent job, we've got a place for you.
Oh look, it's a resident Uncle Dane sub.
I want you to have this talisman.
I was helping my papa set up his phone at Thanksgiving. I told him that you could get Siri to tell him jokes, and it blew his fucking mind. I went, Siri, tell me a joke, and it goes, 2 drums and a cymbal fall off of a cliff. My papa just lost his shit. He had, like, no apps on his phone, by the way. When I mean none, I mean, like, he had, like, pre-installed phone. And his phone was twice as nice as mine. And I'm like, Bob, are you gonna use this? He's like, I don't know how to use the App Store. Spent 3 times as much on his phone. I got this fucking piece of shit that can't even turn on right because the button got knocked in. Yeah, he's a stock purist. Everyone should own Tooth Tunes. Mine plays Lady Gaga's Poker Face every time I brush my teeth. It's fantastic. They're made for children, so it's like really small. It's like brushing my teeth with a toothpick. But it sounds awesome. Bet my papa has a pair of AirPods on the down low. Maybe. Maybe he's hiding it from me. How do I go to a higher plane of existence? I think DMT will do that for you, but I can't really advocate for DMT. I've never tried it, and from what I know of it, it's maybe a bit much. So I guess I would just say, I don't know, invest in Iron Curtains and TF2, so when they release a Strange variant, you can make mad money. That'll bring you to a higher plane of existence.
Great. Oh.
It's never gonna happen, by the way. It looks like Funk has done a lot of drugs. You'd be wrong. Certainly not DMT. But I'll let you know if that ever happens. I'm gonna assume there's like a portal down here. Because I don't want Spyro to die. 500 gems for swimming underwater. American anthem playing in the distance. Does anyone have printer paper? If so, please send it through the internet. Yeah, I'll fax you some. I've said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. One day, a single black pixel is gonna be a meme. There's gonna be an image of just... It's gonna be like a 2000 by 2000 pixel image with a single black dot in the middle, and it's gonna be a viral meme. If anyone wants to make that a meme, by all means, go for it. Maybe it's time. I don't know. All I know is one day, that's gonna be a meme. You say okay, bud, like you disagree. Do you disagree with me?
Spyro, keep collecting talismans to help us defeat Ripto before he can take over. Oh,
yeah.
And keep collecting those orbs too.
Looks like Daisy. White on white. Check it out. FUNKe VOD. No, that's just a white canvas. That's like art, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a single black pixel, and that's the meme. I'm sure, like, just completely white's been a meme. I'm not talking about blank image. I'm talking about a single pixel. It's different. Memes are art, though. I'm not arguing with that. I'm just arguing semantics here. There's a music equivalent called 433. I think I've heard of that. Have you heard of Lickmine Ars?
Hi, Spyro.
Lickmine Ars. It's a famous composition. I think it was by Beethoven or something. All about how you should lick his ass. Wait, I wasn't paying. I was talking about asses. Can you say that again?
This talisman door will only open if you have.
That's not me making a joke. That's real.
Once the door is open,
look it up.
Ripto and Crush will be waiting in the dungeon.
Oh, I do not have all 6 of those. Good luck. Lick mine air means suck my balls, not my ass. Is that the full name of it? I was just paraphrasing. I'm pretty sure it's lick my ass. I don't know what the full description is, though. You'd have to look that up.
Great. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Thanks so much.
It was by Mozart.
It was by Mozart, and it was a song about a German general.
Dude, that's a metal arm replacement?
Functioning metal arm replacement.
Dude, Mozart literally made a song about Edward Elric. German, general, he's in the military, gave no fucks, and had a metal arm. Mozart predicted Full Metal Alchemist. That's awesome. I got a new favorite composer.
Spyro, this is a high-powered portal.
You should stream all the hentai made from this game. I've thought about making up a game just called like Streamer Roulette, where you take 6 images, 5 of them of just like cute bunnies or something, and then one of them's so bad it'll get you banned on Twitch, and you have to just roll the dice on it, and if it doesn't land on the thing that gets you banned, you take a shot. And you just keep going over and over until you pass out or you get banned. But I gotta figure out the semantics of the game. You know, I don't want to accidentally get my stream banned from Twitch forever. But that's kind of the part of the game, isn't it? So I guess I'm just... don't want to get banned. That's all. Wait, Sunny Beach? I haven't done that. I don't think I've done either of these. I have to, like, double check. You can only play it once. Yeah? Mozart predicted von Stroheim. Yeah? In a way. I let you use my stream key to do Streamer Roulette. That sounds great, but I'm pretty sure they will perma-ban me, IP-wise, if I do it, you know, all accounts. That looks extremely like a rabbit. It's like if Rabbit and Sonic had a child. But he had really bad eyesight.
always had trouble with the gear grinders, but now they've set up force fields to separate us. If you find diodes, you can use them to turn off
Use a
the force
VPN and make it
fields.
an ad for Nord. I don't even use Nord. I tried Nord. They didn't do well. I used PVN and it was alright. I had to put on a VPN way back when the TF2 DDoSing thing was going on because I got IP DDoSed. I've kind of just kept it on since then. I'm sure there's a better alternative though. Use DuckDuckGo to stream. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Everyone makes fun of how I say it. DDoS, I'm sorry. Based off of MS-DOS. Listen, I'm fucking 21. You think I know what a DOS console is? Hell no. But I am a dork, so I should know. I don't really have an excuse. Listen, I'm an advocate of what you see is what you get. If I look at DDoS and it says dos, like Spanish, I'm gonna read dos. I don't think I'm a bad guy. That's just linguistics. Why would you write something out the way it doesn't pronounce? It's stupid. Good to know they have T-posing robots. You know they have a character in the Spyro Reignited Trilogy that does the floss? Granted, the character already was like known for doing dances, but that's just... Oof. I hated this level as a kid. I'm not a kid, so I don't hate it. That's my response to what you've said. Wait, what? Swag. Funk broke into a college dorm to stream. Yep. I don't even go to college. I just needed it. This entire room is a prop. It just made sense since Sinister said that my room looks like a white girl's college dorm. I figured I may as well just, you know, accept it. Streaming out of an Arby's bathroom. Dude, is Arby's still in business? I feel like Arby's is... I feel like they're kept around purely because of their meme advertisements about, like, making fun of vegans. That's like the one thing that keeps Arby's around. All of, like, the Southerns, like, yeah, stick it to those vegans! They have meat! Meat never goes out of style. Nope. Not until, lab grown becomes the standard. Balls in your court then, Arby's. I mean, they'll probably just start selling lab... Dude, imagine the first fast food restaurant that's, like, 100% lab-grown meat, and it actually tastes good. That's like, that's the $1 million idea for the next decade. The problem is we're not really there with lab-grown meats yet. One day. We have the lab-grown meats. Doesn't really roll off the tongue as well. It's a bit more of a mouthful, I'll be honest. I'm a southerner, Funk. This offends me highly. I live in Georgia. I'm allowed to offend you highly. Southern date. Take your cousin to Arby's. I feel like the most southern fast food down here, I wouldn't even call Arby's. I'd say it's like Zaxby's. And Zaxby's is good. But, like, there's not that many, like, fast foods I associate with southernness. Zaxby's is the only one I've learned is, like, not super well known outside of this region. I've never heard of such a brand. Exactly what I said. Zaxby's is like Chick-fil-A, but, you know, without the line going around the entire building. From middle-class white people that want to get their breakfast chicken. Zaxby's is good, but it's like, I wouldn't even really call it fast food, because it's like between Five Guys and McDonald's in speed. You know, it's like, it's faster than, you know, takeout, but it's slower than fast food. Either way, that's way more southern than anything else I could think of. I made a 2000 by 2000 picture of a 1 pixel black dot with no background, but Imgur has a black background, so my idea to share isn't working well. Well, as long as it's not a transparent background, it should stay southern. Or it should stay... Fuck, I was reading the word southern while I was talking, and I had a brain lapse. It should stay white. That's what... I associated the word southern with white, and my brain got mixed up. If the photo is white, then it won't change on Imgur. Local streamer literally fucking destroys his career. Live. Gets political real quick. Need to find a... one of those, like, electric doors to open. Unless I just gotta kill this guy. Guess so. Thought you finished? I finished the first one. It's a trilogy. That means 3. So I'm on the second. So no, I haven't finished it yet. Sorry, can't count so far. I don't blame you. The games sort of like blend into each other. But yeah. Hello, big turtle. Hello, large tortoise. Up there. That's where I need to be. But now I gotta figure out how. You can't even see the damn dot, but it's there, I promise. Dude, as long as you made the meme. Hold on. I wanna see if you're telling the truth. It's a really big image, so my computers are like lagging trying to save it. Can anyone see the black dot on this image? Because if you can see that, then the meme's not good. It has to be so small you can't... Sorry for anyone that's on night mode, by the way. That's watching this, like, in bed. And I've now blinded them with this. You can't see it? Alright. It's a good meme, then. It gets a thumbs up from me. Someone's, like, taking a shit in the dark. With their full brightness phone. Yeah, that'll wake you up. You are a handsome man. Dude, someone called me male today. And not, you look like a lesbian. Thank you. That means a lot. I must have to go from, like, the other side. Because there's no way to get... Wait. Up there. I'm trying to get my Jimmy Neutron brain blast here. I need to figure out how to walk on top of these platforms. I bet you I gotta get on top of that. Just don't see how. Did you see the new stand reveal today? I have not. I know I've read all of Part 5, but I don't know all of the new names since they've been changing everything for legal reasons. I'll have to see that, though. Oh, there's some other gems hidden. Ever do a JoJo stream playing the games or playing games with JoJo mods, talking? I did a Dark Souls 3 stream, modded have a JoJo stand in it, and I'll probably do more of that later. But right now, I mean, I'm open to. I don't have like plans, but I think one day you'll catch me playing like Eyes of Heaven or that arcade fighter one day, just if I'm like bored. Oh, I see what's happening now. They're spawning back and forth. But I don't know, like, where. Put holster and ball. Good advice. Eyes of Heaven story mode is a fucking ride. I own its whack. Then I gotta play it. That's the sign of approval. Large tortoise. A big turtle would be normal-sized tortoise. Funk. No, but the usage within your name would imply. Also, a big turtle would be normal-sized tortoise. Well, hold on. There's some differentiations. I owned a turtle once for several years, and he got very large. Larger than the average homegrown turtle, but I would not call him tortoise-sized. Because I've, like, picked up tortoises off the road. Living in Florida, there's a lot of, like, tortoise-type animals just hanging around. A big turtle is definitely still smaller than a tortoise. Just saying. That's sad. They weren't dead. I wasn't, like, picking up dead tortoises off the road. I was picking them up so I wouldn't run them over. See, the weird thing was, like, I saw these two turtles at the front of my neighborhood. I was, like, driving with my brother. And we just, like, got out of our car, brought them over to our house. Because there was literally not a single mass of water for 10 miles, which was the ocean. The only other mass of water was the pond in our backyard. We're like, how the fuck did you get here?
Great. Thank you.
We just released them by the pond.
Thanks so much.
Don't know what happened to them. But those were some fucking exploratory tortoises, plural. Oh, I see. If I, like, turn it on, then it'll kill them. I think. Nothing's happening now. Are you sure it was a turtle? Again, I've owned turtles before, so kind of an idea what they look like. Tortoises can't swim. That makes me sad. Well, I didn't put them in the water, so unless they went in on their own, then it's a rip. Maybe that's where they're from, since it was shallow water. Bye. Fun fact, turtles dwell in the water while tortoises live on the land. That is a fun fact. That would explain why there were tortoises just in the middle of, like, my neighborhood. Did I do everything I need? Or did I gotta go somewhere else? It's like telling me right here on the... I've returned. You've been blessed. Wow. I'm so happy. Wait. Replace all the light. Did they undo it? They undid all of the work I did. I gotta go do it again. I love salsa with my tortoises. I can't eat anything, like, remotely seafoody. Turtle, crab, frog legs. I can't do any of it. I mean, chow down all you want. I'm not gonna stop you, but... I cannot eat that taste. Seafood is fucking amazing. Feels like I'm chewing on a finger when I eat seafood. It's like there's something about the texture of it that just really, like, makes me uncomfortable. That and mushrooms. I can't eat mushrooms. And trust me, I've tried on a few occasions. Not for everybody. Just means the cooking is shit. Maybe. Maybe I've been wrong on my life, but I've yet to meet a dish of seafood I enjoyed. Keep in mind, I'm a somewhat picky individual. relative to a lot of people, I guess, so. Might just be me being a baby. I did too have a turtle, then I let go, and some guy called my dad and said that it was an invasive species. Yeah, that's something to dab on right there. Ruining your local ecosystem. One invasive species at a time. Well done. You check out the Fantastic Planet Surreal Jazz song I suggested. No, I didn't, but I should have. I'll do that before I watch the new JoJo episode. Send me a Discord message so that I can see it right when I get off stream. Or rather, another. I still got no clue how to get over there, and that's like definitively where I need to be. Hold on, I'll run over to other dot. Missed the JoJo episode? Yeah. It's there if you haven't seen it. Is this the guy I just talked to? I don't understand the mini-map of this. Is FUNKe in the closet still? I'm pretty much know what I'm about, but if you need, like, evidence for your fan fiction, I'm not gonna stop you, you know? I guess it's not this guy. But the minimap tells me that the next little, like, bit bob is right here. So I'm not sure what I'm looking for. I figured there would have been, like, some point I could jump up to. Arts and Crafts is so close to beating Flaccid Pancake in localization names. Flaccid Pancake? Oh yeah. It's pretty good. I thought the name 6 Bullets was kind of clever. Since it sort of sounds like Sex Pistols, and it's like Sex, Pistols, Bullets. I could see what they were going for. I mean, I would have preferred the original, but close enough. This right here. What do I do to get through there? That's what I need. Alright, where's the dude that tells me what to do? Do I get your private Snapchat if I sub? Well, I mean, there's a public one, but it's anonymous and you don't really see my face. Just you'll have to yeah, sure, yeah, sure, why not? I hear Ozma is good. What's their best stuff? I think they only get better with time. Their best album is their newest one, Boomtown. But my personal favorite is probably Pasadena. But, like, I don't know. Ozma is one of the few bands that I feel like with every additional album, they just get better. They just improve on their own sound. And Boomtown is all of, like, the cool shit about Ozma. But, like, really refined, you know what I mean? But you can listen to any of their albums, literally. Even, like, their weakest albums, and I use that term lightly, I'd still say easily hold their own ground. Ironically, their most popular album, I would say, is their worst one, which is their first one, which is great, but, like, sonically speaking, you can tell that Brumel and, like, just, like, the singing, it's almost like Pinkerton in some ways, where it's, like, a lot of the singing is often screechy, but it gives it a charm where it's like, damn, it's genuine. The mixing of their first album is a little weak, but it's just, like, I wouldn't even call that a downside to Ozma, you know? Like, it's just authentic. And with every newer album, they improve on that. You're a cute, short-haired college girl, right? Yeah, and that's why I was saying, my other one is it's anonymous, but it still very much rakes in the money. I can tell you this, that if you sub to me on Twitch, I'll bend over and write your name on my back wall in marker. I don't even own a pen. That's how committed I am. I'll do it anyways. Of course, you're sonically speaking, you're clearly not
Great.
typing.
Thank you.
Sure thing.
You listen
Thanks
to
so
hip-hop,
much.
not like emo hip-hop like Peeper X, but good hip-hop. So I could list on one hand the amount of hip-hop I listen to. And some of it is like generic white boy hip-hop, like Childish Gambino and Tyler, the Creator. Good artists, but not exactly like underground by any means. But I don't know, if I had to go down the list in no order, I'd say like MF Doom, Blowbox, Haruna Murray, which is a Japanese hip-hop band. It's like lo-fi sounding. And that might be it. No Kendrick, nah. Nothing against Kendrick, I just haven't really found myself listening to it. Also, occasionally some Chris Webby. Just like a little bit, though. I'm not a big fan of Chris Webby as a person, but I like some of his songs. I don't dislike him either, but just like, I don't follow him, I guess is what I'm saying. Do you listen to Brockhampton? Not really, no. I know of Brockhampton. I listened to like that newest release, but it didn't really like catch me by any means. Lil Dicky? I've listened to some Lil Dicky. My brother introduced me to that. Have you listened to Uncle Dane's mixtape?
Thank you.
That's probably that's a pretty decent
Thanks so much.
hip-hop artist.
That Donald Glover is gonna play
That's real?
Simba in
Lil
the
Dicky?
CGI
Yeah, Lil
remake
Dicky's
or
real.
Lion King.
Unless you mean... No,
And
wait,
John
this?
Oliver is gonna play
Donald
Zazu
Glover is
the
going to
Bird.
play Simba in the CGI remake of Lion King, and John Oliver is going to play Zazu. Yeah, I heard about that. I saw, like, the announcement trailer. I thought that was weird, but... Alright, I like John Oliver, and I like Donald Glover, so... If they can do the job, then I guess I won't complain. An interesting choice. I just hope it's casted because it's a good cast, and not casted because people like these guys. Because when that happens, you know what you get? You get Detective Pikachu. Casting because, well, people like him doesn't set the framework for a successful film, I've found. Funk listens to Nightcore. You wouldn't catch me dead. I want to say there's like... I've listened to Funk's in the Hood Nightcore. But that was in my song request, so I don't feel like I would count that. Wait, that's a thing? Everything's a thing. It's 2018. Internet is widely accessible. Anything you could think of is a thing. Favorite Vocaloid song? Probably Clint Eastwood by Gorillaz. That's a great Vocaloid band. Also, Will Smith's gonna play the genie in the Aladdin remake? Okay, that one I don't understand. Will Smith... Okay, I mean, I know Robin Williams is like... You can't even try to imitate that, so why bother? But... That feels weird. Favorite porn intro?
Hi, Spyro.
Super Porn Bros. That's probably my top one. You know what? I elect... No November ends December 1st, right? So we should all band together, set a time and a date, and everyone will bust a nut at the exact same minute. Right at sun comes up. To the intro to Super Porn Bros. It'll be like a big internet holiday. Everyone, like, times it so it comes out right at the exact same second. You know what I mean? You think we could congregate that? I don't know. I feel like that's... I don't have the clout to pull that off. Maybe next year. I'll wait for like one of my shitty shitpost tweets to go viral again, and then I'll use that as my platform for the December 1st nut celebration. You know, Sinister, I actually forgot about that song. It's been long enough that I forgot it existed, and you've reminded me now. Those are tortoise. I don't feel like tortoises is the right word. Tortoisei? Tortellini? I don't know. Oh, you can't kill the children. It's a shame. Not just the men, but the women and children too. Tortise. Sounds like you're trying to say tortilla, but then you had to sneeze. This is like Sonic Adventure. I can like stand on it and it'll take me to a new map. No. I feel confused after joining this level. I'm not... Is this a hub world? I hate how you can't kill children in games. Wasn't like one of the first mods for Skyrim the ability to kill children? Listen, it's not that people want to kill kids. It's just when you tell people what they can and can't do, they go, fuck you. I want to do this. I don't care if I'm not allowed to. Shame it doesn't work. It worked last time I used it. I used it for my Spyro video, which, by the way, is still taken down. I think that shit's just ripped forever. But I used, maybe that was a different mod, but you can definitely still mod killable children in Skyrim. Viewers rejoice, you can still kill children in Skyrim. Don't worry. Oh, I need to get him over there. Alright. Clever. Why is it taken down? Because the end of that video had a remix of Kanye West with Weezer, and Kanye West didn't like that. Oh no. So the video got struck down. And the only way it can go up is if I like fully re-upload it. Which I really don't want to, especially when it's been 2 months since I've uploaded. I don't want to just re-upload a video. So what I may just end up doing is like throwing it on FUNKe or something. It's been out long enough. Everyone on the internet's seen it. It's just for archiving's sake now. It is unfortunate. Listen, I got Death of an Art Style back up. I won. That's all that matters. I got that video up. I don't care what else goes down. If I can keep the art style in the JoJo video up, like, I don't care what else goes down. Those are the two ones that I care about. I don't care about any other ones. I mean, I do, but like, those are the ones that if people ask, like, what do you do? That's what I say. I'm like, this. You know, if I ever lost to those, I'd be heartbroken. Doesn't YouTube let you mute copyrighted? That's what I figured, but for whatever reason, once it's taken down, that's not an option. You can't just cut it out of your video. They're like, fuck you, you've made money on this, you're not allowed to have this video up. Unless maybe it's still there, but it's like some weird hidden feature. But right now, I don't know how to do that.
And the boxes they put them in are incredibly strong.
What if your whole second channel got taken down? That'd suck. Listen, if FUNKe gets taken down, I can handle that. Just have it happen after I hit 100k. I want to get a second plaque. You can see I got one like on my lamp. I need to have a FUNKe one too, so I can put it right above it. You know? After that. Actually, no. I have to get it. Then I gotta say I lost it. Get a second one. Send the second one to Sinister. Then they can take it down. Did it get blocked or taken down by a strike? I can't remember, actually. I believe it was blocked in all countries. So, I don't know what that entails, but maybe there's a chance. I'm not sure where I'm guiding this big boy. Not this way, though. Oh shit, I think I can use this to bust that lamp. Nice. High IQ right there. Is this Spore? You know, it kind of does give me Spore vibes. But no. Skyrim's immortal characters ruin the experience for me. You pretty much have no freedom if you try to do something the devs don't want you to do. Yeah, I thought it was kind of dumb where they're like, Skyrim, you can play it however you want, but then if you want to kill a main quest NPC, you can't actually do it. I feel like the ideal game is you can just, like, ruin the game by, like, killing the main quest. And then just, like, I don't know, have some sort of alternative main quest completion. But maybe the Elder Scrolls 6 will bring us that, huh? It's unlikely, but it'd be something. I need to find, like, the second tortoise. Is there another one? Another one that isn't that? Oh. Fallout New Vegas only has one invincible NPC, because without him you can't complete the game, not even kidding. That's a good system. Just have a G-Man that can't die, you know? I'm trying to think if I could, like... I could bring him back. Bring him in... No, there still wouldn't be a way. I feel like this is that... You guys know... What is it? That RuneScape quest that you start in Falador Park where you have to, like, bring a fox, a chicken, and grain across a bridge, but you can't do them at the same time? I feel like that's what I'm doing here. I need to, like, somehow get one of the tortoises back. Also, I don't think I can make that jump. Can you access the old YouTube dashboard? It's a fucking pain. Whenever I'm, like, trying to edit the end cards, or even trying to, like, check the statistics of, like, ad revenue or something, it'll send me to the new YouTube studio, but then all of the features I actually need are on the old dashboard. So I can access it, but only after going through the new dashboard, which is stupid. So it's not... What am I doing, then? Time to backtrack. You can still kill him, but his AI always comes back to another Securitron. I never finished Vegas, but the fact that they had, like, something like that is good. I wish more developers were more willing to just let the player ruin their game.
Great.
Nearly.
Thank you.
Sure thing.
Thanks so
be
much.
able to set the old one as the default. Then that's the first thing I'm doing when I end this stream, because I'm sick of it. I feel bad for annoying you to play or check stuff, so have money. Hey, that's fair. I don't mind getting asked to play stuff or recommended. It's only like when it's a barrage of demands that it's annoying. Where's that donation sound? I can't actually hear it, so I'm not sure which donation sound you heard, but if it was the, I don't know which one it was. I don't know. I don't know what the answer to your question is. Thank you so much. Oh, that's from Kyle Mooney. He has a lot of videos, but Kyle Mooney is well, he works on SNL now, but he was like, he used to be a YouTuber of just weird skit things. And there was one where he went to a convention. I can't remember which one this is from, but I think it was one where he went to, like, a guitar convention. And he was just talking to people about guitars, but he's super awkward about it. So he walks up to this guy, and he's like, "Hey, man, guitar..." Excuse me? Thanks, man. Thank you so much. And then he just walks away. And that's what the soundbite is from. Just one of those videos. Kyle Mooney's probably one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. Period. But those kind of videos are some of my top ones. Hey man, guitar. If you guys have ever seen
Great.
Nathan
Thank
Fielder's
you.
show, it's kind of like that.
Thanks so much.
He just walks up to like random people and makes it really awkward. There was one where he managed to get like a pass to go into like some baseball game. Like he got a media pass, right? He's like, "Hey, we're recording for like a news station or whatever." And then he goes up to a team and he's like, "Sweet crack of the bat, man. And one of the baseball players just goes, "Are you high?" And then just walks away in the middle of an interview. Cringe comedy equals works on SNL now. Pretty much. A lot of them end up going to SNL, which is sad because they never get utilized, both in writing or acting, as they should on SNL. Kyle Mooney got shafted for years. He started getting used more now, but I don't know. I still feel like they haven't used him to his true potential.
Thank you, young dragon.
Remember when Nathan made a Nightmare Fuel commercial to scare kids into buying toys? Remember the one where it's just a dude in a suit like, all adults own this toy. If you don't own this toy, you're a baby. And he did a test with kids where he's like, you know, every adult has this toy. But so you don't have this toy, you're a baby. And then all of the kids took the toy. Nathan, you know Kyle Mooney actually wrote for the first season of Nathan Fielder? I never realized that. That's like Titans fucking clashing. Some of my favorite comedians. And it explains why I loved Nathan For You so much. I don't want to restart. That's so evil, I love it, yeah. Did you hear PewDiePie doesn't have the most subs on... Yeah, T-Series, right? He had a mad diss track on him, but it was bound to happen. Yeah, I didn't realize it happened today, but I saw it was close. Whew. Poor one. Can I get a... What's the sad face with a 7 next to it? So it's like saluting. Can I get that in chat for PewDiePie's sub count? E-Series sub bots, pretty much. The Doinker or whatever. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's one of... I mean, you could name any episode of Nathan For You, and I'd say it's my favorite, but that one's up there. But yeah, Kyle Mooney worked on the first season of Nathan For You, and he went on to go on SNL, which is where he's at now. And here's the thing. So Kyle Mooney was a writer for SNL, but he never really got casted as an actor, and he's a great character actor. One of my favorites. But the first thing I saw him in on SNL was a Fortnite skit. And it's like, this is what you're using him for? It hurt. It fucking shot a hole through my heart. I mean, he did what he could. But it's like, come on, man.
Say, Spyro.
If you want to know what the skit was, what even was the skit? The skit was like just some kid's dad playing Fortnite, and he's like, "Oh ho ho, I'm walking into walls. This is so humorous." And then Kyle Mooney was pretending to be like a teenager. He's like, "You suck, man. Oh, I'm attacking." That's the whole joke of it. The whole joke was, oh, he doesn't play video games. Yeah, and it's like, sad. There was a Fortnite skit in Big Bang I saw that. I saw Big Bang Theory had like a Fortnite episode. One of the character was trying to learn it so that she could beat her like friend who was really good at it. Which, by the way, in the Big Bang Theory, they had laptops with mice and they were playing it on controllers. You know why? Because that's the only way the audience would know they're playing a video game. They're standing in front of computers playing Fortnite on a controller. At one point, like, there's a joke where, like, a character just picks up the controller and, like, kills someone instantly. But she doesn't press any buttons. She just holds the controller, does this, and then gets a kill in Fortnite. And it's like, alright. Also, in Big Bang Theory, She was trying to beat a hardcore gamer in Fortnite after training for a day. Are you fucking delusional? My brother's, like, I could still whip my brother's ass in Fortnite, and I don't even play it. He plays it. You don't just learn video games. Video games are a way of life. Quit trying to use my culture. You're appropriating it. You're just mad you can't be that epic. I'm just mad that I couldn't be in a Fortnite skit with Kyle Mooney. That's all. I was heartbroken. My culture is not your TV skit. Gamers truly are the most oppressed people on this earth. Ever seen a non-gamer play twin-stick shooters? They can't move and shoot at the same time. Yeah. Any FPS game. Not even FPS, any shooter game whatsoever. It's like, it's a different dimension. It's incomprehensible to people. Anyways, my point was, there's no way to make Fortnite jokes on TV.
This is 1980. Can't you afford a fucking
What was
haircut?
it? Was it like the Gaming Awards or something? Where, like, I guess Ninja was, like, he got an award or something, but he wasn't there to get it. So they, like, they had him live stream to the event, and he's like, thank you for the award, I appreciate it. And then he's like, I'm gonna play a clip for you. And then he hit the wrong button, and then you just hear, ah! Just screeching. And he goes, oh, fuck, I wasn't supposed to play that. And then he just awkwardly sits there for, like, 5 seconds trying to fix it. And then, like, it just, like, transitions away from him. Just look up, like, Ninja Acceptance, like, wrong clip or whatever. I had no idea what the context of was it. But all I know is just, like, no, it was real. Yeah, the internet's interesting these days, that's all I'll say. It's weird, too. I thought we were at a point where Fortnite was kind of like... I knew it was still big, but we were kind of past the point where everyone was, like, trying to push it into mainstream media. No. We're worse than we've ever been. You think that now that Fallout 76 has flopped, there's a chance Obsidian will make another Fallout game? I don't feel like there's any connection there. I don't feel like Obsidian is obligated to make a game now that... Bethesda already knows that they don't make good Fallout games. They already know that Obsidian does it better. So it's not a matter of proving it. They know. They don't need to learn anything. It's a matter of whether Bethesda goes, hey, fuck it, just hand it to them. And listen, I'm gonna lose some of you on this opinion. We're more than welcome to disagree. I think people are overreacting to Fallout 76. I'm not saying everyone needs to love it, or even that it's a great game. I haven't picked it up since it came out. But its reviews are lower than No Man's Sky when it came out. Do you understand how angry the internet was after No Man's Sky? And you're telling me 76 is that low? It's not. It's not that bad. 76's problem is that it's nothing new. It's just a Bethesda engine game of Fallout that's online with no real good questing. It's not a bad game, it's just comparatively lacking to what Fallout is known for. It's not No Man's Sky bad, it's still a game. I think people saying it's the worst fucking release of all time, it's overreacting. It has as much story as vanilla No Man's Sky. I guess I can't argue with that one, but at least the multiplayer worked on release. I'm sorry, but it's... And you know what? It seems general consensus is it is a fun game with friends. You know, it's not like anything to win an award, but it's still a decent game. And I've had some fun playing it solo.
Hi, Spyro.
It's not the end of the world.
A pleasure doing.
But I'm not gonna blame anyone for not liking it. I don't mean to to siphon that opinion. Game is mediocre in plenty of regards. To be fair, Fallout's one of the most unique franchises ever. Yeah, I feel like a lot of its backlash is just people felt it was sort of spitting in the face of Fallout, where it's like, enough people were already unhappy with Fallout 4, and now this is what you're gonna do with the franchise. I'm not as angry, because the announcement that we got for it was in between Doom Eternal and The Elder Scrolls 6, and what was that other thing, Cyberpunk? Or is that a different developer? Either way, there was enough happening that I'm not too bothered. Like, 70... I'm not... Starfield. It was that. My bad. But, there's enough coming from Bethesda that if, like, hey, they want to try their hands at an online Fallout game, I don't mind that. Nah, Cyberpunk was, like, the closer for E3. I got it mixed up. But, like, if that was the only thing, if they just came out and said, hey, we're making fucking Starfield in 76, I'd be upset then. But it's like, Fallout 4 wasn't that long ago. Like it or not, you know, I don't expect another Fallout game. So it was just extra for me. That said, I do wish they had handled it differently. Fallout 76 would have worked as a roguelike. Okay, now that's an interesting opinion. By roguelike, are you referring to something like, what's that one game that I used to talk about? The Necromance? Are you talking about, like, generated dungeons? Where it's, like, not a pre-made world? Where you collect and build your character? Similar to, like, a roguelike? Like Dead Cells. I mean, would that really fit into what Fallout is? I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but I don't feel like that's a Fallout game. Enough people already complain that 76 isn't a Fallout game. You're just going further out. With roguelike elements, like die and lose the character. I mean, I get what you're going for, but I feel like what people wanted from 76 was something more in tune with the existing Fallout games. Something with like heavy questing, like almost like I want to say like Borderlands or something, where it's just a game that you can play with your friends, or alternatively an extremely PvP based game where you like choose one of the two factions in the Fallout universe. But like they just sort of had an empty world with boring and like not even NPC quests. You just walk into a town and it's like say defend the factory, turn on the power, don't let the robots break the food factory. There's not like any story to 76. You just walk town to town doing the quest it spits at you.
Well done, Spyro.
It's not a Fallout game.
6 talismans. This door will open.
And the combat isn't even that deep. Rush's dungeon. NPCs or quests are still there. They're still there, but like,
okay, Spyro. Jump through
that's
that
not
hole
the
in
point of the
floor to get
game.
down to Crush's dungeon.
Do I have to? Alright. It's Borderlands with the story fluff cut out.
Dungeon, Spyro? I thought that
Yeah,
you
but
would
like,
know how Ripto and his monsters
what's the
arrived in
appeal
the
there?
You see, last week,
Yeah, there's no story fluff. All you have now is fetch quests. You know what's fun about 76? Getting drunk with your friends and talking shit about it while you play it. That's probably what a large amount of the time spent in that game has been doing.
That's my birthday.
No, Hunter, don't.
What?
The grilled cheese meme has started at my college, thanks. I don't even know how that's possible, but you're welcome. Everyone needs to accept the FUD eventually. I was listening to just a random indie band, and I was getting super into it, and then they had an entire verse about grilled cheeses, and I know it was just coincidence, but it really threw me for a loop. Like one of those, like, glitch in the system things. It'll still happen occasionally. Just here and there, I'll see the word. Weird.
No dragons? Wonderful. Crush, go back and pack my bags. We're moving
I can read chat pretty well. It's a shoot dudes game. Yes, it is. Are you supposed to read journals and listen to audio logs when you play with friends? Just ask them to shut up for a minute at a time? Yeah, they don't mesh well, do they? I mean, I feel like when you're doing quests in 76, it's not like you pay that much attention. Half of the time I did quests, I literally just mashed the A button and then went to where it told me to go. Just so I could, like, get the reward. Want a Sprite cranberry?
Great.
No, I got
Thank
the
you.
hiccups.
Sure
This
thing.
is gonna make it work.
Thanks so much.
You despicable little creature! I'll kill you!
This is
It's
bad
interesting they
news,
can
Red.
get away with an "I'll kill you," but
Hunter,
not like a curse
Why
word.
didn't you chase him?
Yeah. I, would have gone after him, but didn't he say something about not liking dragons?
Professor, could we catch a dragon to help us?
Yes, yes.
I'll
I
read
think
through
so.
these nerd paragraphs in a
Only
minute.
one that has an alignment
I'm not
much
gonna
better suited to
fight for
intercepting one of these creatures.
audio time over these animals. I was hoping that Fallout 76 was going to be a full no NPC Fallout game, a straight-up Rust clone where community sprang from NPC players, where you go and meet players who warn you about the raiders to the north, and followers as communities, but no, we don't even get that. Just a weird half-baked attempt at a middle ground. I agree with that. I say, like, if it had NPCs, it'd be more like a Fallout game, but I would have been fine with a Rust-like game. I love Rust. I haven't played it in a long time, but I would have loved a Rust-type gameplay. The issue is they aren't appealing to the PvP aspect. They aren't appealing to the Fallout aspect. Who are they appealing to? And that's the big problem. There is no demographic for this game. I got New Vegas less than 3 days ago, and it's so much better than 76. Oh yeah, I'd agree with that. Like, I barely played that much of either, and I have more time in New Vegas. Unturned over Rust? I never played Unturned. That one isn't in my vocabulary. What am I doing here? Gotta catch him in between. Brush. I think PvP could have been cool. Who doesn't want to be a raider and raid real people? I think you could have easily pulled off a PvP-centric online 76 game. They were going for emergent gameplay, which doesn't work in multiplayer because people just shoot at each other over trading like civilized people. Yeah, I guess I can understand the design philosophy, but in practice, I guess they were just a little too, what's the word, ambitious? You missed my nerd paragraph? I'm sorry. This boss requires looking. I lost my only towel, now I can't take a shower. What do I do? Buy more than one towel would be a good start. You could just, like, get a really big fan and stand in front of it for a while, I guess. Or, like, shaking. You could go out and buy a towel. I don't know what time it is where you are, but there's something. You could cut up a blanket. I don't feel like a blanket would be very good for drying off, but better than toilet paper, right? How many paper towels you got? You can use 100 paper towels to craft a real towel, if video games have taught me anything. Make it so the downsides of killing other people underweight the upsides of killing them for 76. I mean, I think there's a dozen solutions for how they could have fixed, like, the system of 76, but ultimately, Knowing Bethesda, they'll probably just double down and try to, like, implement some sort of light fix that gets people more invested into it. But what they're gonna do, I don't know. I'm sure they'll, like, adjust how, like, looting bodies works or something. There's a store 300 feet from my apartment. That sounds pretty ideal, doesn't it? Oh my god. He's dead. That's murder. Spyro just murdered somebody.
You may have been
More
able to
weight.
defeat that simpleton, but golf will be more than a match for you.
Bring it on, Shorty.
Golf, come here now. Destroy him and make sure it's paid.
Better explanation of my concept would be a Fallout game that's like the Stalker game, spawning in a random spot on the map with a single universal quest line, and the rest is the same as old Fallout like New Vegas. I can see where you're coming from more there than the roguelike definition. But I don't know, I guess anything is better than what they ended up with, really. Like, whether it's you know, appealing to the sort of roleplay Fallout kind of game where people are the NPCs, or you just make it a Fallout game that happens to be online. But honestly, if they had done a Fallout game online, people would have just complained that it was online. They just would have been like, why didn't you just make a Fallout game? Why did you waste your resources here? So I can respect that in some ways, that there's no winning. Wait, is that a tooth, or is that like a broken horn on his chicken wing? Why would there be a bone that close to a tooth? Wouldn't it be like a jaw? And there wouldn't be one if it was a horn. It wouldn't be a bone. That's a tooth, fool. But then why does it look like a chicken wing? That's not what a jawbone looks like. It's a turkey leg. Then why is there a tooth on it? Some unturned players should take FUNKe on a tour of an unturned server by raiding a bunch of admin bases. That sounds fun. You okay, FUNKe? Sometimes I wonder. Usually I know my teeth. Guess not today. Why is this bear a capitalist? I thought bears were communists. I get it. And I'm pretty sure I've heard that joke before. I'm getting mad deja vu right now. Yeah, he died. Everyone, like, they're canonically all dead. Badlands? Down in the Badlands. The rest of the Red Hot Chili Pepper lyric here. FUNKe kinda looks like a girl if you try hard enough. Please don't try too hard. TF2 stream. The long-awaited return. I'm entering the Guys, I'm joining CP_Badlands. Get ready for it. I'm glad they reanimated every little cutscene. Can you make 2 peace signs? You want me to make the a Hegao face too? Because I'm not doing either of those.
Hey, Dragon, I hear your...
Technically, the FUNKe TV icon is sort of that. That's kind of the same thing when you think about it. Fuck! This ain't it. Can I make anime FUNKe avatars? Wait a second. Get what you need? Oh, achoo! Oh shit, I couldn't see that. My hair fell into my face. Oh well. Yeah, that's the Badlands for you. Oh, I'm out of water now. If I dehydrate, let my chat know that you should have used your Twitch Prime. Confirmed to skin anime girl faces. That's an interesting way to conclude. What's the sub Discord for? It's not for subs, it's for anyone. Non-subs too. But it's just for, like, planning stuff out. Like tomorrow when I do the Minecraft thing, I'll use the Minecraft channel to announce. And, you know, if a video comes out, I announce it in the appropriate channel. That's what it's for. Pyro mains. You're welcome to make the TF2 jokes here, because I'm not going to. But I won't stop you.
Spyro, our village is being overrun by lava lizards. Can you get rid of them before they eat my little buddies?
Do you know the lore on Chris Chan and Sonic Chu? I found myself 2 hours in on a couple of their documentaries, yeah. But I don't really know the full story, if that's what you're asking. Oh my god. Can you send me a Christmas postcard? Will your parents see it? What can I get away with here? If you saw 2-hour documentaries, that's pretty much the full story. I mean, I haven't really held on to the details of Chris Chan. So I'm just curious why you asked. I know what they're about. Oh, I see. I gotta, like, protect them. But I can't see where they're spawning. Oh, no. One more. Fuck. This isn't good. I need to find this last one. Do a face cam stream. I'll think about it. I'm pretty self-conscious. I don't know if I have the self-esteem to do a face cam stream. I'm missing a dragon. I'm sorry, a dinosaur. Am I good? Game glitch jump off. Is it actually? Because I don't see anything. It is? Oh, that's a shame. When suicide is the only option. Nothing else. Show us your collection of anime girl faces. I don't know what you're talking about. What anime girl face? He fell for it? Is that a pun? I don't really have any alternative evidence to go off of here, so. Listen, I've seen some reviews of this game. I've been told sometimes you do have to suicide to reset stuff. So if you're fucking razzing me right now, then I'm sorry. I did what I had to do. Seven out of 8. There. This is the 8th one.
Well done,
I think it was an actual bug.
This shiny
I wasn't
carrot
getting memed.
thing we found to aid your journey.
Okay.
Uh-oh, it looks like more lizard eggs are dropping down. Are you ready for another challenge?
Trying his best. Heard about the Shrek Retold project coming out on the 29th? What? No. Is it like one of those reanimation projects? I saw there was one being made for like South Park, but if there's a new Shrek thing, I've not heard of it. It's like that, but the entire movie. I think I have heard of that. Yeah. And that's... Dude, I love shit like that. It always gives me an excuse to rewatch it, you know? And get to see, like, individual, I guess, indie artist takes. Yeah, I've seen, like, the Steamed Hams version of that. I've seen, like, all of the reanimated projects, all the big ones. The fact that someone's gonna make the entire Shrek movie is crazy. It's not just animation, it's different storytellers. That's awesome. That's... Dude, I can tell you whoever's managing that project is gonna have a big fucking line for their resume. Being able to put something like that together is impressive. Where's this other one? I think it's him. One more. Gotcha.
Thank you for helping us again.
Also, Illumination is remaking the first movie, and this is going to be so much better. They're remaking the first Shrek? Come on. Wait a couple years. That's upsetty spaghetti right there. I wasn't ready for that news. I mean, alright. We'll see what happens. I'm looking more forward to the reanimated, honestly. They're remaking it with the same voice actors. That's good at least. I just don't understand what the purpose is. Shrek was 2001. Yeah, but like... Is it really that... I thought the first Shrek held up well for like less than 20 years. It's barely been 20 years, and it holds up fine. Is there a purpose for re-releasing it? I'm not gonna, like, write it off the map. I still am gonna give it a chance, but that's, like, very random news, you know? And, like, you know my opinion. I'm not a nostalgic person. I'm not a big fan of rebooting. Not even rebooting, just, like, bringing back all those favorite stuff from your childhood. So to hear another one, that's kind of where my place of concern comes from. The memes, the DNA of the soul. But, like, here's the thing. Shrek was so memeable just because, like, it was, you know? And I'm worried that they're remaking it because it's memeable. And they want to, like, cash in on that. And not because there's a legitimate reason. These memes need to end here. Is kind of what I'm getting at. They have to be aware. They're aware. Bruh, look at what you're playing. I know. I'm aware of my own hypocrisism. But I still stand by. And here's the thing. I never played the original Spyro game. So I think I get some leeway when I pick this up to play it. But when they say they're re-releasing Shrek... I guess that you could also use that argument against me, in that, well, what about all the kids that didn't see it?
Great, thank you.
How would they see it?
Sure thing.
I guess that's a fair point, but I would argue that it holds up well, both visually and... It's hard to compare, but like, it makes sense to remake Spyro because the original games were finicky and like, there are plenty of control schemes to change. And visually, you know, it needed an upgrade. But the original Shrek, you know, I feel like it holds it on its own after 17 years. Kind of my point. Shrek was a success because it was anti-Disney when Disney dominated movies. Unless the new Shrek is a parody of Marvel, it won't work the same way. That's a good way to put it. It's just not like, it's not hitting that same gritty, shitty city spot. That gritty spot that Shrek really dominated when it came out. Illumination animations are looking good though. Or pretty good. Isn't Illumination the one working on that Nintendo thing? Or is that the Sonic movie? Either that or like a Mario movie was Illumination, I recall.
Excellent. You made it through the
The Mario one? Didn't Illumination also make like Despicable Me? I don't want rabbits in my Mario movie. I feel like Illumination's animation style will not even slightly work with Shrek. Yeah. It's a yikes from me, dog. They're remaking Lion King and the animation's awful. You should watch the trailer. It's going for a more realistic look. Ah. Stop rebooting! I hope, like, in the next 5 years, we finally hit a point where people are like, fuck this, let's just make new stuff. Because... Ugh. Like, here's the thing. There's always one or two things that come out, and it's good. Like, I'm playing a Spyro game. That's a reboot in a way, but it's good. There's a couple of good things to come out of nostalgia. But there's too many bad that come out of it. Just re-release it. Honestly, do that. Just re-release it in theaters for like a week and, you know, see, you know, gauge reaction. Then you start maybe talking about bringing something back. But I still think they should have waited till at least 20 years passed. Give Shrek like the solid 2021 release, you know? Not 2019, not 2020. 2021. And they already did that Lion King 3D re-released 5 years ago. And they're gonna keep doing it.
Thanks for the gems, Spyro.
Yeah. Defer. I feel like I've heard that before. Just watch this, man. Oh, I've already seen the trailer. I'm excited for it. I wasn't sure what you were referring to at first, but... anyone who hasn't seen that link, I recommend you watch it. Because it looks cool. It's pronounced Zephyr. Oh, I'm sorry. Spyro is a remaster in my opinion. It is. It's a good remaster. It remasters a game. It's not Dark Souls remastered where it's, hey, we upped the particle texture. Buy it. The particles look better and the anti-aliasing is a little more decent. This is a fucking remaster. They don't mess around here.
The breeze builders have got us pinned down, and we've been waiting for a volunteer to blow up their munitions building. Looks.
Whenever you do that, your camera refocuses. What, this? Whoops. Yeah, you guys didn't see it, but when I was setting up the stream, sometimes my webcam fidgets, and I have to do this to get it to refocus. I look like I got caught doing a robbery. But by doing this, the camera can focus on my hands. Technology's weird. And mine is poorly calibrated. Swatted. The webcam has a gun pointed. I'm getting swatted through the internet. All those swatters have managed to evolve it. They can actually get police sent straight through your webcam now. Do people still get swatted? Oh yeah, I bet. No, without a doubt. But it seems like it's slowed down. Pretty sure swatting's dead, thank the Lord. Yeah, it's not exactly a good use of resources. Dude, an eagle with a fucking rocket is the coolest. That's the most American thing I've ever seen. This is like... It's a reenactment of World War II. That's all this is. We're in Nam, boys. Get this sweatshop up and running. I want you to acknowledge the Powerpuff Girls reboot. I'd rather not. I have nothing to say. Nothing to say about that or like the self-inserts by animators. I loved the original Powerpuff Girls. That was my shit. So I took it very personally when they rebooted it and got rid of everything that made Powerpuff Girls cool. The fundamental problem with that was that they rebranded a show to be exactly what it was never supposed to be. The entire point of Powerpuff Girls is, yo, it's not just a bunch of, like, frilly girls going to school. They like, have fucking crazy lives as superheroes. And it's juxtaposed by the fact that they do this monotonous stuff. So what if you just got rid of all the interesting part and only had the frilly girl part? Well then, sounds like you don't understand the source material, do you? I hate your stream title so much. Hey, don't hate. Listen, there's only one way to get donations on this website, and you gotta play the system. I don't know why I'm wearing a turtleneck. This doesn't do anything. You guys ready? Get ready for this. This is the Funk After Dark. Yeah. Won't get that anywhere else. Watch this, Funk. It's the new Lion King. I don't want to watch this. While we're on the topic, have you seen that... What is it? Thundercats Roar? What happened with that? I discreetly remember 1 week of them announcing Thundercats Roar, everyone losing their shit, and then it just disappeared off the face of the earth. They're just like, fuck, no, bad idea. It was canceled? That's what I thought. That's what I was wondering, but I didn't know. I totally believe it got canned minutes after that trailer dropped. Shave, wear a V-neck, wife beater, and Barn, hot college girl looking for donations. One step at a time. I got, like, the Christmas lights up. That's all I need. Honestly, good. I was never super into Thundercats, but even I could tell that shit was shameless. I don't know if it was really canceled. All I can say is, I'd believe you if you told me it was. It loses its source material. That's what, like, every reboot does. It goes, hey, you know, like, the fundamental part of what made this great? Fuck that. What if we did everything except? Hey, at least Teen Titans is finally getting another season. An actual season. Although I guess there's really no details other than that shit from the movie. See, I don't consider that nostalgia. You know, Teen Titans deserved to at least have, like, a better closer than Season 5. So, for that to come back, it's a breath of fresh air after Go. But, you know, the Powerpuff Girls, that's not... not the same egg to crack. Raider had a man bun. That's how you know it was going to be a train wreck. Yeah, the creator of the show... I'm not the kind of person that likes to, like, judge people based on their personal or their physical appearance. But I saw the dude working on the Thundercats Roar, and I just thought, this isn't good. This is not a good situation at all. Not getting a season, I don't think it's just a Go crossover. Skyman, you really know how to ruin my mood. That was... You've ruined my day, if that's true. At least it's something, right? Well, then never mind, I hate it. The DMC reboot dev team had an infamous PowerPoint presentation where they presented Dante as a gay cowboy. What happened to that? That sounds good. You got a towel, Cobalt? That's good. I'm happy you can dry yourself. I've already seen this. Rerun.
Okay, Spyro.
Can I, like, reflect these? No. Now Dante has a cowboy hat and does JoJo poses. I'm fine with that. It was Dante standing next to Brokeback Mountain characters. I can't believe that didn't take off. On the bright side, the crossover isn't being made by the Go team. I'll take that. That's all I need. This is giving me... this is bringing back memories of those, like, assault rifle dudes from Spyro 1. In that, I got hit a lot. Fix that. Dante Boomer is the best thing that could happen to DMC. Dante 30-year-old Boomer. The best thing could ever happen to the franchise. I have no clue what's happening on the screen. Yeah, you'll come to get used to it. You won't, but you'll understand it. Fuck DMC 4 playthrough, go do the DMC reboot. There's a reboot of it? What? How did I never hear about that? I've completed the first and the third. I'm curious. I mean, why not both? Why limit myself to only one, right? The remaster? I don't assume that, because I played the HD remaster. I didn't see a reboot, though. Why would you make The Lion King look real? It does not work at all. It's Hollywood, man. I feel like... I don't know, you know my opinion. I don't see why we need it. Reboot's not a bad game, but it misses the mark when the writing's really bad. If it's like DMC, like satire writing, then I can take that.
1980. Can't you afford a fucking haircut?
Bulbous. Also, thanks, Jarbles. That's what I've been talking about the whole time. The reboot ruined the character and the dev team presented Dante as this. Hold on. I gotta get this photo on screen. Sorry, even if he fucking dies. I'm sorry, you're telling me that you wouldn't want to see Devil May Cry? Like this? This isn't what you want from the franchise? What do you mean that we're disconnected from our fans? I'd be fine with it. Brokeback Mountain Dante. I actually prefer that. That's pretty, not gonna lie. It's a little off-putting. I can say that much. Alright. Funny thing is, Dante now has a cowboy hat weapon in DMC 5. That's just amazing. I love that they can at least own it. Itsuno doing the DMC 5 meme dance is true fan service. Gotta have respect for them when they do. I need to, like, stop and take in the surroundings. Because I got lost. You was going Black Friday shopping, but turns out I'm 1,000 over budget already. You don't accidentally go 1,000 over budget. That's like you know what you're doing, but you're too ashamed to stop. I did not go out for Black Friday. Last year, I got like a a double-armed monitor holder, but I'm not looking to go out to Best Buy again this year. I don't need to put any retail workers through that. Oh my god. Those would have exploded on impact, not right after. But whatever.
Wow, what an
2 arms for his
explosion.
monitor, but his
Sure
mic's
is
in
a
a
good
cup.
thing I had
Listen,
my
it can connect to the back, but not the front. It's complicated.
salesman to you if you got through the breeze builder
2
defense.
months now.
Good job,
Going on
soldier.
3 months. My microphone has been in this cup. At this point, I may as well just get like a clip-on. I've drank through this cup before too. I put like some like red energy drink in it. Of course, I cleaned it out before I repurposed it. Make the cup permanent? I mean, it more or less is at this point now, isn't it? I'm sorry, what is that? Did it say, like, frothy birds? I couldn't read it. Just buy string and hang it from your ceiling. That's an even worse idea. It'd just be swaying all the time. It would be blocking my screen. I can handle the cup. The cup works. Make the cup. I'm not gonna make it permanent. That bird just made more food while attempting to eat said food. What the fuck? I don't see the problem. What the hell? A cherry. Ruby bomb. Oh, it's like a talisman. How long have I been streaming now? Like 3 hours? I kinda wanna do like one more area. And then call it so I can go eat. I spent most of my day driving home from my parents for Thanksgiving. 2 hours. No, it's been less than that. I can go a little longer. I've not done Crystal Glacier. Lick the cherry. Kakyoin style. Dedo? Hold my tongue. For now. At 1,000 Twitch subs, I'll do the Kakyoin Dedo thing with a cherry with my tongue inflated. That's how you incentivize it. Good idea. You're gonna get banned. Maybe. How different would your life be if Florida had not been conquered by the US? You spoke Spanish and Florida was an independent state. My life would literally not be any different. I grew up and was born in Georgia. And today I live in Georgia. I moved to Florida for 5 years during high school because of my dad's work. I would not be affected at all. My life would, you know what? My life would be affected because by shedding Florida out of the country, I think that we would have technologically progressed 100 more years. The entire United States is weighed down by Florida. Everyone wakes up every morning. What the fuck did Florida do today? God damn it, Florida. And it's held us back. If we got rid of them, then, you know, I think I would be half robot by now. I'd be a cyborg. I lived in Florida. I can tell you this from experience. It's all thanks to Florida Man. Florida Man has single-handedly ruined my life. Wait, what am I doing here? I was talking about beaches. Do I have to, like, dash off? I don't feel like that's what I need to do. Oh. That works. Why Florida Man always gotta be on the news? He's just a clout chaser. I wonder if there's like a mumble rapper named Florida Man. If not, I know my newest demographic. You think you're gonna stream Deltarune at any point? There's not much focus on love, so streaming the game is quite enjoyable. I plan on streaming it eventually, yeah, but I wasn't really planning on streaming the demo. I know it might be like a year or two before anything else is out, but I kind of just wanted to play the full game in one sitting. So, not anytime soon, no. I liked Undertale though, so I have no reason to avoid it. Okay. You know, some Greek dudes almost created Steam engines. Imagine how far up in the future if they did make Steam engines. Yeah, stuff might be different. There's been a lot of weird stuff like that. There have been, like, old, like, civilization buildings that were, like, weirdly perfectly built for their time. So that could very well just have been, like, a newer thing that got lost in the same area. But there's shit like... There's just weird shit like the pyramids lining up perfectly with certain... What is it? Constellations in being a certain longitude, latitude. Makes you wonder what all those old-ass dudes were up to. Or if they're just, like, masters of coincidence. Probably the latter. It's just mathematics. People underestimate humans. Yeah, but mathematics is fucking complicated, Scripts. It's not. It's just 2.2 plus 2, idiot. It's 2 plus 2 equals pyramid at this longitude. There's like a level of understanding of the universe you need for that. They jerked off with sextants. That's fair, I'd believe that much. They had a lot of free time before Pornhub. Yeah, that's a good way to put it too. That's why we don't have AI yet. Pornhub. Holding us back. No one ever beat their meat before the internet. Tell me I broke the game. Tell me I've been fucking waiting for this moment. All stream. I did it! I did it! I found a bug. What do I do now? It's broken. Well, I was here. It's a good game. It's worth 40 bucks, I'd say. Time to call Jim. Call Jim. This one's on PS4, but maybe he'll help me out this time. We're gonna play Deltarune. Fuck it. Dry hump your PS3. It's the only way. I like how, like, not only should I dry hump my console, I shouldn't even dry hump the one that's breaking. I should go dry hump a PS3. Leave my 4 to watch in the corner of the room. Sans Fortress. Listen, I beat Dark Souls once. I'm not gonna do it again. Sans Fortress was a bitch. I'm not looking for that again. Your PS4 gets jealous and then starts to work properly. That's how I work. I get jealous, and then I start working. My 7 deadly sin would be envy. Also, Sans Fortress seems to imply 2 different games. I'm not sure which one you're actually begging for, but hey, it is what it is. Maybe I'll play both TF2 and Deltarune at the same time. If I can play TF2 and Overwatch at the same time, I can do it. No. Try to not get stuck this time. Play Dark Souls bow and arrow run only. I would rather grind in Bloodborne than do that. Play TF2 with Undertale mods. That's Sans Fortress. That sounds like a really bad time. I get it. Good. Done? Oh, they like refreeze. Oh, I see. This is torture.
Watch. We'll have to.
I'm trying to get like the weird upper shot of his chin, but it won't let me. He's still here? Cross the bridge for 200 gems. I really don't have an option. Metal. Dude, an ice snake? That sounds like the name of a metal album. I was hoping for Vor. Like in Dark Souls 1, when that like eel thing eats you at the end of the game. That would be cool, but nah, I'm not looking for that. The video with Chris Chan humping his PS3 was a masterpiece. Is that your senior quote? Because if it's not, it should be. That should be your legacy. That sentence right there. It is now.
I lost my...
Put it on my grave. Chris Chan is more famous than any of us. Yeah. But I would argue that there is such thing as bad publicity. I think there are scenarios where maybe it's better to be a NEET. Or rather, a NEET without the amount of attention Chris Chan has. Makes sense. I don't know why I'd want to go down freezing water. I bet Chris Chan is smashing that puss. Common misconception, Pikachu is actually a mouse, not a cat. But yeah, he definitely is. How do you get Dragonfly to tell you where to go? Because I am dead.
I lost my pet snow leopard. I was busy.
I'm gonna get the snow leopard. I don't see where it went though. I assume it went like up. But there's no way up. Oh. Hey there. Just kill it. Just kill the snow leopard. Bring it back dead or alive. How's this compared to Crash Remaster? I didn't play the Crash Remaster. I didn't have a PS4 until like this came out. So I can't speak on behalf of it, but I can say that it's done justice to Spyro. It's a fun game. You get your money's worth. Stop going that way. You're going the wrong fucking way. Don't kill cat. Maybe I'm supposed to like guide it with a fit. How does this compare to DMC HD Remaster? Not nearly as many memes, which is a shame. I much enjoyed DMC HD. Hey there. What are you doing now?
Great. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Oh, it's
Thanks so
following.
much.
Good. I came here for the cute short-haired college girl and stayed for the cute short-haired college boy. I'll take that. It may be fishing, but damn it, it puts food on my plate. And that's all that matters. Speaking of, I have not eaten all day. Yeah, I had eggnog, because my mom bought eggnog, because she knows I like eggnog. But I wouldn't call eggnog food.
All I have with me is this round, shiny thing I caught while I was fishing. You can have it if you like.
I just recently picked up a PS4. It's a hatred for the way they do installs. They let you play but they aren't finished. A common dislike because I hate it. It caught me off guard. I didn't realize that existed, and I downloaded Spyro and started streaming it, and then I discovered I only had 30% of the game downloaded. And I thought it was annoying that it wasn't immediately clear, but now that I know, I mean, I guess it doesn't bother me as long as, like, because it's like you get to play the game while you're downloading it, but I don't know. It depends on if there's a downside to that. If there is one, I'm not familiar with what it is. Professor Eggnog from that bad Pokemon translation. I may as well be. With the way my diet currently consists. And? Ampersand? Nog indeed. If global warming is real, then how come it's snowing on this map? Checkmate. If global warming is real, then why do I have a long sleeve shirt on right now? Huh? Can you explain that one? Globalist destroyed. On the news, a bunch of liberals just epically exploded in their house. What did Santa say when the kids on the naughty list got their presents? Nog on my watch. You should end your talking. Not your life, just like speaking. Just never speak. Again. Do what the Nog emote looks like. No. PS4 Overwatch did the same thing, but instead it launches but with only assets needed for training. If it does it for an online game, then that's, like, retarded. I mean, I guess as long as it doesn't slow down the download, it kind of makes sense that they let you launch up, but it almost seems like there's no purpose. How many people are going to actually utilize that? I mean, I guess new players to Overwatch, but playing Overwatch on console, Omega lol. There's no audience for it. What even is Nog? The emote is just like the opposite of Pog. It's like when something not unepic happens. When it's like, wow, that was really unepic streamer. That's the emote of choice. Pog, Nog. Simple stuff. 500.
You won't regret it. Okay, when you see a wall surface, you...
Whack. This makes me uncomfortable, seeing him walk sideways up it. Console Overwatch is an absolute train wreck. Yeah, if it's anything like console TF2, which I imagine it is, probably interesting. There's a kid at school who thinks console Overwatch is better than PC Overwatch. What do I tell him? You tell him to MGE and see who wins. That's pretty much how you epic shut down any console gamer. 1v1 me.
Sorry, Spyro. This door is stuck, and it's going to take some...
8 orbs? I thought I had 8. Guess not. This talk about consoles is reminding me about the Skate series. Dude, remember, what was it? Skate It on the Wii, I think? That was my shit. I played the hell out of Skate It. I know it's no like Skate 3 or Tony Hawk, but That was my go-to choice one. My choice of choice. I hope one day, skating games come back into the main, what do you call it? Just becomes relevant again. I know there's that one dude working on, like, the Doom skate game, but other than that, I can't think of much cool stuff going on in the skate genre. They're gonna remake the Tony Hawk games, too. Remember My Sims? Not Sims, yeah, I remember My Sims. It's like those weird chibi version of Sims where it's all about building houses. I played the fuck out of that. I've thought about streaming it a few times, but it didn't really seem like a fun stream game. Like, you can meme some house buildings, but other than that, there's not that much, like, customization to it. Just, like, making people's houses for them. I played My Sims Kingdom. A lot of them. Pretty much whenever I think of, like, games from when I was younger, it always ends up being, like, a Wii game. Like, that was where I was, like, getting into video games. Has there not been a VR skate game with a plastic peripheral? Because it takes work. There hasn't been any, like, giant skate, or giant VR game. Like, you could argue, like, Skyrim VR or Doom VR, but I would not say those really did anything well. Why are you shooting at other streamers? You know me, gotta make drama to grow on this platform. You know about Session? Hopefully that'll live up to the Skate 3 legacy. I don't know about Session, but anything that can live up to the Skate series it's on my radar. Do you have a VR setup? I have a Rift. A full Rift setup, but I haven't used it in, I want to say half a year, maybe more. I used it, the last time I used it was right before that Knuckles meme with VR chat. Right before that. I tried VR chat. It was a fun little meme. Then that happened, and then I unplugged my VR. And I haven't used it since. Beat Saber's amazing. Oh, yeah. You know, someone made the entire, what was it? Germercraft Episode 1 in Beat Saber. And, like, they did actual memes within it, too. Like, whenever he said, like, the number 1, he would make the number 1 in the game. It's amazing. I can say, like, if there's any game, like, you've never tried VR and you wanted to try it, Beat Saber's a good one. Someone did the entire Shrek movie. Nice. You know what that reminds me of? There's, like, a Shrek... Someone remade the entire Shrek movie on a piano. So every word, every musical cue, it plays out on a piano. And you can, like... This is like a mental thing, but whenever a piano recreates voice, your brain kind of connects the dots and you can hear a voice when there's not actually one there. Granted, I think, like, in the main upload of that, he, like, had it on low volume. But just to hear the entire Shrek movie played on a piano is just, like... I don't know. Something deeply introspective about that. They basically meatified Shrek. Pretty much. I really couldn't think of a better way to describe it. Gorn, Super Hot VR, Beat Saber, some instant classics. Yeah, I think we're finally at a point there's, like, a decent collection of stuff, but there's still not that, like, big breakout flagship title. No Elder Scrolls 6, no Left 4 Dead 3. One day, though. Is there, like, a... I need to, like, open a door and talk to someone. Assassin's a Kickstarter project for another skating simulation game in the veins of Skate. Supposed to come out in 2019. Ooh, I gotta check that out then, because I was not aware of it. There needs to be an open world VR game. People have tried it. They've tried to make VR MMOs. There's just not a... I mean, I guess you could do like an open world, like a Zelda type game. You couldn't do an MMO until there's a proper player base in VR, though. But, like, I don't know. I'm sure there's some VR. I think there's, like, Orbis VR is a pseudo open world MMO type game. But I've never played it. There's not enough people, no. I was watching, like, some videos on VR, and it kind of upset me because a lot of people were complaining, like, there's no big VR games out. Why would I ever buy, like, a Rift when there's no cool game to buy? And what none of those people seem to understand is VR isn't at a consumer level yet. All of the, like, things you can buy are for developers. Even, like, the Rift I own, it's not made for consumers. It's for developers. The reason you don't have big VR games coming out is because who are you going to sell it to? You're going to convince people to buy a VR console just for your game? It's not going to happen. We're not going to see a big VR game until, like, the Rift or the Vive is down to, like, a $300 consistent... Not even $300, like, maybe $250 consistent price tag. The biggest VR game so far is Resident Evil 7. Yeah, and I mean, I liked Resident Evil 7. It was a fun game. I did not play it in VR, but that's definitely one, like, for the collection. But until they start marketing VR as a consumer product and not a work in progress, you're really not going to see much more than, hey, this game also features VR compatibility. Like, you'll notice just, like, every big VR game is a game that was already big, and it just happened to have VR support. There's not been a big game that's just for VR. There have been big projects, but no, you know, no hit home selling point quite yet. Isn't PSVR on that price? I think so, but I don't know what the hardware is like at PSVR. I would assume that it's not as strong or good as like a Rift or a Vive. TF2 VR, obviously the best one. I've tried it, and I gotta say, it is. It's some of the best VR I've ever done.
Oh, a dragon!
Don't say it, chat. Don't say anything. There's some cool progress. So far, they made big changes with a single-room lighthouse stand, a wireless version. Oh yeah, like, you could go back on my stream a year or two back, and a lot of the complaints that I had are actually starting to be addressed. Making them wireless, adjusting how the sensors work. We're starting to get to that point. But it's still only ultimately developer models for VR. And I think it's going to be another, you know, good at least 3 to 4 years until we really start seeing it move into a consumer industry. Which, you know, I'm patient. I'm fine to wait that. I just hope, like, it gets there. You know, my concern is that it doesn't ever get there. But I think it's inevitability at this point. Like, you know, we naturally progress from grayscale to, you know, color TV, right? I think we're gonna naturally progress into VR, even if it takes a while. It's gonna be worth it once it's ready. Yeah, and that's, like, the important thing. You want to wait for it. You don't want it to come out and it's pricey and not worth it. When it comes out, you know, it'll be hopefully revolutionary. But if nothing else, at least fun. At least like a fun, you know, side thing. Like a new way to experience video games. Valve, they're going to be the ones to try to bring VR to the main market, or at least bring it one jump closer. Valve and VR is the one thing keeping Valve from, like, on my hate list. Like, VR makes me want to hate fuck Valve, you know what I mean? Like, God, I hate you, but I want to see what happens here, so fuck, I guess I'll just keep living with you. But I'm not going to enjoy it. Artifact has been bad. I haven't tried Artifact. I want to try it, but I'm holding my wallet right now because I don't want to support it. But I also kind of like card games, or at least enough to try them. Are you talking about your roommates? No. I'm related to one of them. Where are you getting at? Those VR art games look like something I would spend hours on in my room. I've seen some, like, they're like art presentations. Like, you can walk through these, like, museums of VR art. And I haven't done any of them, but they look crazy. In fact, maybe one day I will. On stream. Just, like, do a VR art museum. But, like, it's still not at a consumer industry yet. But I think we'll get there. Don't trust it. What do you think will happen first? Oculus Rift and Vive will become a consumer model? Or Elon Musk is going to finish his Neuralink and you're just going to get to plug yourself into the video game? Do you think Elon Musk is trying to create real-life SAO? Because it's what it seems like he's doing. Hey. Whether it's VR or Nerve Gear, I'll take it. Dude, some of Elon Musk's tweets. He's definitely a weeaboo. I just hope it's not for SAO. Anything but, please.
I've been experimenting with a new potion.
I believe that this is like one of the shittiest missions in this game, so you ready for it? Dude shot his car into space for shits and giggles. Anything's possible. Agreed. I wasn't paying attention there.
Great.
What about that Blink 182 dude who wanted to build a UFO? I didn't hear about that one. I know a bit of Blink 182, but not that. I lost again. Here's the thing. Ow. He attacks really quick. Are you gonna play Artifact on stream? I haven't decided yet. I don't know. I'm at war with myself mentally about Artifact. I want to try it, but you know what I was talking about, like, hate fucking Valve. I don't want to, like, give them the wrong idea. That we're, like, in a relationship, I actually care about Artifact. When in reality, I'm just curious, that's all. But, we'll see. I'm more open to Artifact than I am Let's Go in Pokemon. This is a terrible fucking route, you know? You can just walk straight to the place. It's literally right next to your house.
Great.
The place he's escorting me, right fucking there. That orange is where he needs to go. Artifact's incredibly fun, but I don't know if I have the money to keep up with the meta. Yeah, that's another thing I'm a little worried about. The game is mostly built around buying your cards. Fuck! And I'm not about that kind of lifestyle. One more. Nope, two more. Are you fucking with me? Alright. Hey, didn't take 100 tries.
Man, do my feet feel better. Would you look after this for me?
Yeah. Do you have the headbutt?
Come back and meet me
I
here
can
when we're
headbutt,
done
yes.
head bash, and we can kick some Earthshaper butt together.
You know what's also annoying? You have to come back and do that quest again to do the second quest in this, like, series. So, like, it's dumb. Let's see, what else? I think the guitarist for Blink 182 made a Kickstarter or a petition or something to hire engineers to build the UFO. Isn't that just called a plane? It's not unidentified flying object if we know what it is. He's not building a UFO, he's building a plane. The elk wanted to die. Why did you stop him? I'm gonna get, like, heroes banned from the Spyro universe. Just wanted to die. It's not a UFO if you know what it is. IFO. Identified Flying Object. I don't even know what this is. Oh. Fast run. He specifically wanted to go to other stars and shit. You know what that reminds me of? Elon Musk renamed his Falcon rocket, his big Falcon, to Starship. Which I thought was a little lame. Because you know why it was called Big Falcon? Because it sounds like big fucking rocket, and that's awesome. But he renamed it Starship, I guess, because he wants it to eventually reach other stars. But I still think BFG, or BFR, was better. Aerodynamics don't matter in vacuums, though. It's fair. Big fucking rocket. Can take a few tries. I'm not sure what I'm like using for this. I guess I gotta run the whole route. Fuck. That leads here. Okay. I get it now. What's up with the stream name? What? I'm just a cute college girl in her dorm, chillin' while I stream. That's all. Everyone gotta overthink it. Whew. 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 I ran out, but I got way further than I thought I would. Who's a cute girl and what's her IG? Mind wipe all the NG mains who built it. I don't know. I wanna see us hit another star in my lifetime. I wanna see that Mars mission. I just want it to be named Big Fucking Rocket while they do it. But I guess it's not my rocket, so who am I to complain? I'm gonna bite my fucking... I bite my thumb. I bite my thumb at you. I was asking for that one. What's your bust size? I'm pretty flat. When I was younger and I got mad, I'd actually bite my thumb. And then I later learned that that's a Shakespearean term for go fuck yourself. So I would just walk around as a kid biting my thumb at people. I don't think everyone is super, like, eloquent in Shakespearean lore. But just to know that I was doing that really reaffirms my decisions in life. Like, I'm glad I did.
Oh, thank
I bite my thumb at ye.
I thought I'd be
Sir.
here forever. I found this fancy orb in here. Please take it.
Don't say anything, chat. Just take the orb and walk away.
Great. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Thanks so much.
Limao Yi, fucking nerd. Don't forget that the EU has an agreement saying that if they ever colonize Mars, every member state will get an equal amount of terrain to colonize, meaning that micro-states in Europe like San Marino and the Vatican would have terrain in Mars that's 1,000 times of their state on Earth. I feel like right now that's not an issue because it's like, whatever. How many people are ever going to set foot on Mars in the next, 50 years? But that's going to be a problem for, like, our kids' Like, that's a pretty bad policy for your kids'. Because there's going to be fucking war on Mars. Like, Why do these little bitches get all of this land? We need more land. We actually live here. And that is how nukes were brought to Mars. Glad I don't gotta see that.
Hello there, Mr. Dragon.
Hello. What am I doing?
The cedars that live here could break the stone with their magical...
I think I already did that. What if we nuke the moon? Do it. I'm fucking tired of living on this earth. I want debris to just come down and destroy me. From the moon? That's awesome. The most believable theory for UFOs, IMO, is that they're from a dimension above us, i.e. they're 4D. Whoa, you're going like 270 zone here, buddy. Can you say that again? 4D UFOs from another dimension. Here's the thing. I'm not the kind of guy that would call that crazy. I'd say it's outlandish, but I don't know if I prescribe to that UFO theory. I think it's more likely that the US government was testing weather balloons to spy on their enemies, and then random people saw it, and the US Army, or the US government was like, oh fuck, we don't want people to know that we're trying to spy. It was an alien. I think that's a little more plausible. You watch videos demonstrating the way that 3D objects move in 2D, they match the way UFOs are described as appearing out of nowhere. Okay, but I feel like that's really relying on a lot of conveniences. Like, everything has to add up for that, whereas any other logical reasoning is logically reasoned. But when you're saying it's a 4D object and it looks weird, is it not plausible that all existing footage is just doctored? And what you're seeing is footage that was doctored? And the things that aren't doctors are just weather balloons? They're just weirdly shaped birds. Yeah. They're just like birds that ate too much. That's what happens when you overfeed in New York Square. Too much bread will do that. Anything else in here for me? I got one more thing, but I think I need like the head bash for that. Well, I could dash there. I mean, assuming it's all real, that's the best explanation. I can say that in the scenario it's actually aliens, yeah. It's probably fair to estimate that, like, we couldn't comprehend their technology. But I don't know about the plausibility of that. When you think about it, like, just mathematically, statistically speaking, the likelihood of aliens being... even knowing we exist, let alone spying on us in a 4D plane. It's a jump. It's a bold conclusion. You know what I mean? Got it. I didn't think I could pull that off. Woo! That was tight. Medieval accounts of UFOs are weird. Stuff like crosses of light in the sky and pulsating red stars in daylight. The pulsating red stars one is weird. The crosses of sky in the light, they probably just saw the Aurora Borealis? Or like a constellation or something. I think a lot of it can be explained away. The red dot? I don't know about that one. Maybe they were just having an aneurysm while they were stargazing. One of their blood cells popped in their eyes. A blood vessel exploded. And they concluded it was an alien. Why do you three-dimensional beings assume that aliens are fourth-dimensional beings? Asking for a friend. I mean... if you want an actual answer, a lot of people conclude it's like a different dimension because we know that multiple dimensions exist. One's above the third. And we've never seen aliens. So it's a fair conclusion that maybe aliens exist at a higher dimension. To put it, like, really basically. Red stars were birds. They were just birds, like, with really shiny underbellies and, like a shiny ruby on the ground reflected off of their belly. So it looked like it was shining. That's what it was. You know, there's a mathematical equation to duplicate something, but it involves manipulating multiple groups of infinity. Badass. See, you're just getting to anime levels of discussion there. That's like Philosopher's Stone level shit. I feel like I'm done with this area. I don't know what else to do other than that headbutt thing, and I don't even know where to do that. But I can't find where the exit level doorway is. It's at, like, the top of the map. All donatins are broken? They shouldn't be. If they are, then my apologies. All this stuff I'm talking about are fan stands I created sometime, probably. Pretty much anything that ever existed has a form of a stand. Any ability you could think of. So, yeah, you're not far off. I think I'm done with this level. I might just, like, manual quit. Not that it matters. I just want to know where, like, the end level door is. Those birds were actually redstone blocks being pushed by pistons. I don't even play that much Minecraft, although I am tomorrow. But I'll still find myself watching, like, those videos of, like, automated planes in Minecraft where they have, like, a slime block and a piston block pushing each other through the air. People making fucking functional phones in Minecraft. It's fun. What if the UFOs are just speed wagons flying hat? Why didn't anyone think of that? That's such an obvious answer in hindsight. So, right. Does Araki have a plan to end JoJo? I'm sure he does. He's up there now. He's like 60. It's been going for years. I mean, it's still up in the air if we'll ever get a part 9, but it doesn't seem like he plans on going slower. I'm sorry, Scorch? Like El Scorch? Like El Scorcho from the band Weezer? I'm gonna end the stream there. It's been like 3 hours. I need to eat. But I had fun with this. I'll continue it later. Again, tomorrow, Minecraft Hardcore. Any subs feel the need to join, you can. I mean, it's a sub server, so. PvP will be off. I'm sorry, I do not trust you people with PvP on. It will be off. And
great.
More
Thank you.
More Spyro and Bloodborne later in the week. And come next week, I plan on doing a couple more like viewer game things, tabletop, and whatever else comes to mind. Hype for Total Drama Island Minecraft Edition. No. What time? I'd say roughly 6 p.m. ET. Actually, I'll go ahead and post in the Discord shortly after the stream ends with the info. But that's it for tonight. Next stream will be tomorrow, like late evening-ish. And that's about it. Gamer. Thanks. PvP on Battle to Death. Maybe for the last, like, 5 minutes, but not the start. Losers will get banned, though. Alright. I gotta go. You couldn't see it, but one of the lights for my webcam is just my upside-down phone that's aimed into a glass of water. And the water is starting to condensate all over my desk, so I need to dry it off. So, bye!